Welcome to another Thursday evening, although you might be watching this on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Um, another episode of Dungeons and Dragon Age 58 tonight. Fast approaching the big 6-0. Almost the campaign's almost reaching retirement age. But for those that have stuck with us and watched it and carried on and listened to me do stupid voices and listened to all of my players do stupid voices, thank you very much. And check out all of our other YouTube videos over on the Misfit Adventures channel. And don't forget to go into the description of the video and visit our friends over at Composite Games for all of your tabletop war gaming RPG needs at discount prices. And yeah, as for tonight, let's get on with Dungeons and Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Right, so you guys have done really well. We're now starting episode 58.
Yeah.
And you're still here. Finally making it to Drago's village, where you met Fook, a young farmhand who was happy to see the young Drago return. Pointing you to the tavern where you found Drago's father, Draken, making his way to the bottom of the bottle after the loss of his wife and a selection of other maidens of the village to the Darkspawn. Being led by Draken to the local nest, you discover a mutated broodmother spawning freakish-looking creatures. Defeating the broodmother and her spawns, you find the missing maidens in a cave near the nest. The women escaped, but unfortunately one was far too gone. So you took it upon yourselves to execute her inside the caves. After the celebration went long into the night, you wake up on day 30 as your travels now lead you to the encampment of the outskirts of Denham.
Oh. It's dangerous now. You just woke up. You're already saying it's dangerous.
So you're still in Drago's village, but you were getting ready to head across. And what I'll do is I'll just give you guys a quick screen share because I can.
Get the map out then. Is it? Who's someone pissed on it?
So
that's the shadow.
I've put the shadow across it to demonstrate where the storm's coming from. Or would you prefer to call it sweat after being in Bob's pocket for 2
It could be.
I like the piss idea. Just pissing on every bit of the progress of the Darkspawn.
Must have put it down by my loincloth.
Oh, well done, Bob.
Sorry about that. You might have to hang it out the driver a bit. All right. All right, so we over by the old gas guy, right? And
That's correct.
We all finished here, are we?
Well, I was just thinking, when we defeated the Broodmother, I seem to recall that we threw a very important weapon at the Broodmother, and that spear fell down into the sea below. Is that a write-off now, or we're going to try and recover it? Because I recall that was quite an important weapon.
I don't think we can actually catch that weapon. It fell into the sea, unless someone can swim and breathe underwater.
Don't you worry, Drago is here, he's fine. What is vodka? Find the Russian accent. There we go. It's Drago. This is the fall of the edge of the mountain. It disappeared down into the sea. This 100 feet down, 100 feet of water. You got water breathing. You're able to go down into what you swim. Otherwise, it's very, very deep.
I know. I just don't know how far we should go. I mean, if the water's rough, then it could be a lost cause, and it could have just been swept away. But as I remember, it was quite an important weapon. But we can move on, I suppose, and It will be a lot of work to get him. Perhaps we don't have time on our side to make it happen.
Well, it's worth a look, though, isn't it? Go on, just have a look, see if it's down there. You might go caught in a rock.
We'd have to potentially abseil down or something to that effect.
Well, we don't. If it is stuck on a rock, I can sort that out.
Well, I just
But
meant
if
just
it's
have a
under
look
the
over
water,
the
that's
edge.
where I'm stuck.
That's right. Just have a look over the edge and then see if it's down there. You got to just have a look though. No, I don't mean like it's all like flying about and stuff. You know what I mean?
Sounds like
Yes.
a plan. We'll do that. If we don't see anything, we'll make our way to the encampment.
Can we even recall what? Because I know it was important and powerful, but I don't actually remember why it was powerful or what it had that was so important.
It was the treants.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, we
4
need
pieces.
Yeah, no, you go on, Ender.
It was 4 pieces of them for all the 4 races, or 5, and then races of Warden. And all combined makes one big ultimate weapon.
Yeah, that was very important.
I'll say, we go down and get it then.
Yeah, and actually, I seem to recall it wasn't any of us that threw it. It was actually Draken that threw it. I think.
Yes, it was Drago's dad because you gave him the weapon to use in the fight.
Who gave him that weapon?
I gave him the rest.
You
Damn it,
bloody idiot! What did you do that for? Right, you gotta go and get it now. As in, I'm not going down there. You gotta go down there now and go and get it back.
I know.
Yeah. Right, go on in.
Where are you having this conversation? Are you sort of out in the street? Because you weren't all sleeping in the same room. So have you sort of met up?
Yeah.
In the morning now. You're sort of outside, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just gonna put an end to this as quick as I can.
Someone finds it, gives it to us.
So, while you're having this conversation, you see a very tired, a very fatigued-looking Draco walking down the main road of the town. As he said, "My friends, I'm terribly sorry. I did my best to receive it. As you can see, I am soaking wet. I down the cliff into the water. Unfortunately, it is lost and taken away with the tide. I could not find it again for you. With this, please take my apologies."
You know how long that took us to find and put together, and you just chuck it off a bloody cliff?
It killed the giant creature. Giant creature did this. It did job.
Oh, I would have preferred to have the weapon.
I will touch Draken and with
My penis.
Prestidigitation. So it's like giant hair dryers kind of.
Without his permission, just like.
You sort of see his beard something.
No. I was like, going to go touch him and say it's alright and just do it.
I'd like to do check whether he's lying.
Sure.
What do you think the father's gonna lie?
Yeah.
Where have you anything like my dad?
It's not a good roll, but I have for deception is 9. No, wait, I'm doing perception, am I? Perception. Insight, sorry, okay. Okay, that's 7.
And all of that, I mean, this man has given you no reason for you to think that he's a liar.
We're as strong as we are.
I mean, and you know, he is wet. He did smell like salt water. So
he did try. He did try.
It's not like you go down to the beach to have a bath, is it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I guess that's that then. We've lost.
Right,
A bit
well,
pessimistic.
as you getting the rounds in for the rest of the journey.
I do what now?
You're getting the rounds in every time we go to the bar, right? You getting the rounds in. None of us are going to pay for another drink. Again, while we're on this journey, while we're together, because you know,
And you're not getting any beer. You're gonna get bottles of water.
What's that then?
Well,
And
you're
so our
saying if
group
I had to
falls
go buy a
apart.
round, I'll buy a round of water. Simple as.
Well, I suppose I did say around, yeah.
Draken is just sort of he's ducked away now, just doing lots of this. Sorry.
It's okay. I appreciate that you attempted to help us.
It is okay, father. You tried. It's okay. It's not bad. These things happen.
Shut up, Jago.
Let's not start attacking each other now. We got a road to save.
That's right, Anna. That's right. We got bleeding well to save, and we ain't gonna do it arguing
Standing
over
here talking about bollocks. Yes, it's true.
Blooming's dick. And I was saying we gather our supplies and stuff and head off.
Yeah, right. At least I got Sun Fury still, I suppose. Can't take that away from me.
So as you're sort of having this conversation, I got to throw him in there because I can. Drago, my friend Drago. I miss you, Drago.
Fuck off.
Yes, it is me, fuck. Love you too. Hey, I give you this. Take this on your journey. It do you very good. Fill your bellies.
Oh, what is it?
He hands you over a bag of rations.
Oh, very nice of him.
Huge
Very
bag,
nice.
pumpkins, butternut squashes, zucchinis, yes,
Ooh.
giant courgettes. Selection of root vegetables, and right at the bottom there's a huge thing of cured ham.
Ooh, very nice. Thank you, sir.
It is okay. I will be seeing you on the battlefield in a couple of days when we are finished. Looking forward to beating people up with you.
Noted.
Oh, I'm going to send him in the wrong direction if that's all right with you lot.
Why?
I didn't know it, mate.
You annoy us and you're still here.
We've all become very honest. I like it. It's good. Communication.
So
let's press on to the encampment.
It's just yeah, good for you. Take care. Good journey. As he just sort of disappears back between two buildings.
See you later then, mate.
Fuck you.
Right, yeah, fuck you too. Thank you very much. Very kind. So, well, we're going to go to an encampment then, or we're going to go straight to dinner room?
The encampment first.
Right. Well,
see who's there. Maybe help the other earls get in.
Yeah, we might be able to speak to that Templar general, whatever his name is, because I gotta deal with Templar to get them involved in the fight. So yeah, I think the encampment would be the best place to go first.
Just to throw, so the Templar general is in Denerim.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll just check in the encampment.
You can either see him on patrol, or he might be in the sanctuary in Denerim.
Right. Okay. Sanctuary. I'll write that down. Thank you, Endo.
You're a sanctuary or doing his patrol in the town.
Doing the patrols. All right. We'll keep an eye out. All right.
Sanctuary, chantry.
And what say you then, Baba Dundee?
I have no context of why we go places. I just join you, so I go wherever you want to go. I would like to see Templar again, as I am one of them, a soldier. So if you need person to negotiate and talk to, I am man for you.
That's a very good point. Yeah, Babatunde is lead negotiator when it comes down to getting the Templar and the Alliance. Definitely. Yeah. Excellent.
Is there any shops or anything? I know it's like I don't know what style town is this?
This is just a farmer's village. There's nothing here except for
no traders or anything.
No, they would load up theirs and go to the markets.
Right.
So they would travel to the Docklands, travel to Orzammar, travel to Denerim as their main of sale.
Yeah.
Oh, before we go though, what of the child?
Oh yeah.
Well, the child went off with
Eustace.
the large bosom woman in the tavern. So,
Aye, and then we assume they're doing okay.
Yeah, well, it looked like the baby was very comfortable in the bosoms when she took him out the back.
Fair enough.
Are we seeing any of the women that we saw in the cave strolling about the town? Are they?
It's still quite early in the morning. There's not a lot knocking around. Most people would still be in their houses preparing breakfasts, etc. You see a few of the farm workers sort of knocking around, but none of the main women that you spotted.
Okay, so I'm wondering if it's worth the time of inspecting them again, seeing if anything looks sus or infected, or whether to just kind of carry on and assume that all is good. So I don't know whether that could come back to be bad. I couldn't think of an adjective then. Bad.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah, we don't want a knife in the back when we're fighting the war to the front.
I suppose one of the main ones was Mrs. Draken, so we could probably go and.
She was the most healthiest one.
Yeah, but she was at the time. She wasn't necessarily uninfected. I mean, I suppose a quick interrogation of her once, look over, see if anything.
It's your funeral. If you want to go mess with.
Yes. Okay. I
Mrs. Draken.
I like funerals. Lots of cake.
Yeah. I'll go with you, mate.
Good.
So
I think it's worth it.
You follow the roots of Draken because it's the one person that you've spoken to this morning knows the whereabouts of his wife. It would be him. So he made his way into the tavern where you met him the day before. And as you walk in there, you see maybe 3 of the women from previous night. 2 are dealing out plates of bread to tables that have got some of the workers sitting around them. Draken and his wife are sitting down at a table. A huge plate of bread, cheese, cut cured meats, a huge bowl of fruit just sitting on the table as they prepare to eat their breakfast.
Okay. How are they seeming on initial inspection, these women?
Oh, go on then, roll me a perception if that's...
All right then. Perception +1, and that is 19.
So looking at all the women, or are you concentrating just on Mrs. Draken?
Whichever one is closest to me.
All right. We'll do a general scan. So as you look over all the women, they all seem to be well rested, peaky in complexion, but not grey of skin by any stretch. And as you look over at Drago's mum, I do have her name, but it's on my notes that are in my room. So
Sandra.
No, that definitely wasn't her name.
Drago's mum. Well,
yeah, as you look at Drago's mum, you haven't seen a woman chow down like this in a long time. She's like huge legs of meat just attacking them like she hadn't eaten properly in days. And for your 19, that's to give you the insight that she wasn't eating the meat that the Darkspawn were giving her.
Okay. Well, looks good to me. Anything else? Any other warning signs, fellas, or do we just head off and forget about this?
we should kill them all just to be sure.
Finally,
I'm just messing with you. It's fine. If you're
Finally.
fine, I'm fine.
someone speaks sense. No, okay.
Annihilation.
No, okay. All right, we leave it then. They all seem happy. But if they go bad, I not blame. Cool. All right.
Agreed. Well, I guess it's on to the encampment now.
Can I
Unless
try?
anyone else got anything else.
Can I try and swipe a bit of their food as well, or is that?
Oh, I mean, Fook's just giving you a huge bag of food, so you can
Yeah,
try and steal their food if you.
Yeah, like we only got like vegetables, but they got like cheese and meats and everything. So
Fair enough. Well, you've got a leg of cured.
okay, that's fine.
But we didn't get any sausages though, did we? So, let's have a look again.
It's a farm. There's no damn sausages. Deal with it.
No sausages. Day-to-day life, any sausages then. How are you supposed to have breakfast? Breakfast most important meal of the day.
So while Bob's doing all this complaining, being dragged by his collar out of the village.
Have you done sufficient investigation?
Yeah, I think so. This is all I know about it. They seem fine. I suppose they're clever enough to see the signs if need be. So yes, we're fine.
Let's press on.
Yes, let's get stepping.
So as you start to head in a sort of southern direction now, walking directly towards the dark clouds that are starting to rain over Ferelden. You don't get very far, maybe walking for about an hour. You start to climb a small hill. But as you reach the top, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
15.
I won't bother with Drago. Somebody's going to get something after this.
I got advantage, right? First one was a nat 1, second one was a 2. Plus 1.
Going to be a good night for Bob.
Good work.
I got 15.
2 15s.
10.
Okay, 2 15s. So the Babatunde and Anda, as you get to the top of the hill, you can hear voices sort of traveling up from down below. As you reach a small stone-built wall, and just with a slight peer over the top, you sort of catch a glimpse of 2 Denerim soldiers standing by a cart. And
oh, sorry, go on.
Half the conversation that you hear sort of coming, it goes, so we've been sent out here, get rid of this piece of shite, feed him to the darkspawns, and you're trying to tell me they've eaten our bloody horses instead? I mean, that just ain't fucking cricket, is it? What do we do now with the bastard? He's stuck in here. Fucking stupid piece of shit. I'd right to stab him through with my longsword.
And how far are they away from us?
You're sort of like 30 feet away. And as you're sort of looking, you're sort of looking down over the top from behind a wall. You can see that there is in fact a cart. On the back of the cart, there is a small sort of singular cage, but just 2 fully armored, very angry and frustrated Denerim guards, and 2 mutilated horse remains.
What are you lot looking at?
2 Denerim guards are complaining that their horses got eaten and their prisoner didn't.
Oh, right. Well, that's not good, is it?
So I was planning to go save the geezer.
Are we engaging Denerim guards? I thought we were on our way to Denerim then. We
So the Denerim guard are employed by Logang.
Okay, so when we go in Denerim, it's effectively a war zone of sorts.
Now,
In a sense, yes.
Oh, all right, okay. Well, yeah, let's take him.
well, I hold your horses. I was going to suggest that we sway a few of them to the other side. What
Because
do you
there's
reckon?
only 2.
Well, you kill one of them, you let the other one loose.
Well, I was thinking, they could, a couple more. Every man matters. You get a view persuaded to the other side, and then, you got no army of them. And
Spoken like a king.
that's right.
He's Bob. You understand that if we win the landsmeet, we get all the soldiers anyway.
No, I know, but they're not our soldiers yet. So we'll be fighting them until we bloody,
The diplomatic Drago. How many of these soldiers have gone, hey, Grey Wardens, nice to meet you, on the journeys that we have had to this point?
Everyone tried to kill us.
All I'm saying is they've lost their horses. It's a bit of an opportunity to tell them to bugger off or come onto our side. Maybe work for us, they can carry the bags and that.
Yeah, because that's going to sound so inviting. Work for us. Join the good side. You're going to be baggage handlers.
Because they prefer to feed these horrible creatures then.
Would they associate, because Babatunde is quite new to the group, would they associate him with the Grey Wardens, and they associate him with someone they should start fighting?
Interesting. Depends
Unless they haven't met you before.
Depends whether the information has got out that the Grey Wardens have got a new hand.
Oh, that's a risk.
Oh, all right, let's try it for a laugh.
Loves a risk.
Well, what about Babatunde and Cole go ahead?
Well,
As I don't think Cole's been identified as
No,
one of us.
in all fairness, when you were in the Docklands, the only one that you saw was still Bob and Drago and Mojo.
Yeah.
oh,
And those two look a bit sinister compared to. Well, actually, you probably do as well. And
What do you mean?
I'm the only one that looks, sort of innocent, really. And you lot.
Yeah, with that amount of money on your head. Yeah.
Still got
innocent.
25,000 gold pieces sitting there, Bob.
They ain't go look at you like a jackpot.
How much did you say?
Never mind. Never mind.
Well, perhaps Babatunde, being a man of the Templar, would perhaps be the least inconspicuous. But I'm not sure if the Templar obviously is still on good terms with Logain because they're still situated in Denerim. So if anyone had a good standing, it'd be Babatunde.
I mean, I'm not very good at small talk, but I can try get information from them. And if things go wrong, then we friends are here, and you can help me out. But I'd like to try and see if I can get the information from them, or at least something. Yeah, I give it a try anyway, and he'll just get up and start walking towards them.
Cool.
Hey, look.
Are you going to step out from behind the wall and walk down to them? It's only like 30, 35 feet.
No, I'm kind of circled back around a little bit, so it doesn't look like I've been hiding behind.
Sorry to interrupt you, Babatunde. What I could do is, if you wanted a guard, I could speak to the old timer and ask if he would be happy to make some people invisible.
Ooh.
So King Bob, if you wanted to escort Babatunde under the cloak of darkness, I could arrange that.
All right then. Yeah, go on in.
And perhaps Drago as well, bit of muscle, and then Andrew and I can stand back and take our shots if we need to.
Sounds like a plan.
I'd be up for that.
All righty, I just need to double check I can do that. I know I can do at least one other person.
I've got some invisible models somewhere.
Anything the target is wearing or carrying is visible on it.
So, what's the plan then? So, we're Drago and Mizzle, Ging Bob.
Yes.
We're gonna go down. We're gonna act like guards, and then Baba Tunde's gonna be hidden.
You two are going to be invisible. If
Other way round.
Right.
Baba Tunde is going to go in there and
That's
act.
Oh, I like it.
And if things get freaky, you just come out of nowhere, literally.
Just stab him in the face.
Bob and Drago are going down with Baba Tunde, yeah?
But Bob and Drago
But
are going
invisible.
to be invisible.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I'm sorting out the invisible model, that's all.
Alrighty, well, I'll just do my thing. And so I rub my hands together. Old timer, these guys are with me. Bring them forth into the void. And Cole rests his hands on Bob and Drago, and then they just shimmer out.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Lovely. So,
okay. Before I head down, remind me what name of their army is, just so I don't get them wrong immediately.
they're just Denerim soldiers.
Denerim soldier. Okay,
Denerim.
good.
Soldier Denerim. Good luck, and we'll keep our sights on you just in case we need to drop some ammunition down.
Cheers, lads.
Safe travels.
Okay.
Right. So you're gonna sort of circle out. How are you gonna hail them, Baba Tunde?
Well, I'm gonna pretend to act surprised when I see them. Oh, hey, what's up? And then just have a conversation with them.
What's that?
I can't believe I'm seeing you here.
Oh,
It's been so long.
small world.
Do you come to these
How's
parts
the
often?
I'll keep you about 20 feet away.
Yes, okay.
Right. So
How's the training going?
with a shout out of "Hey, how goes there?" Yeah.
Yes.
And the swords sort of come up straight away and sort of they're on the guard.
Hey, easy.
It's a who goes there? Because there's two of them. See? They're different voices.
Easy. Okay. Oh, greetings, fellas. I am Baba Tunde of the Templar Force. I just walking around here doing my various Templar things, and I just come across you two. How you doing?
Templar things. Love it.
Hey, funny seeing somebody like you walking through these parts. Where you be heading?
Oh, I'm heading towards Denerim. I have a message to send or receive, just to send some message. Yes.
Well, if you could do me a favour, right,
Ooh.
and tell them to send us some new horses. As you can see, these ones are a little bit iffy.
Oh yes. What happened here, my friends?
Well, hey, the Darkspawn, innit?
Oh yes. Oh dear.
We were sent out to send this traitorous little worm to his death, and the bastard things ate our horses. Yep, they ate our horses. That's what they did. Fucking things. No control.
No way. That's crazy. What is a prisoner do? What's this guy? Why is he sentenced to death? What has he done?
Well, it's
The bastard.
Come a bit closer.
Oh, okay.
Are you stepping all the way in?
Probably not. Hey, there's no one else around. You could just tell me to loudly.
Nah, if you want to know, you've got to come a bit closer. I'm not shouting it out. It could be anybody walking around here. I mean, look at you. You just randomly walk past us. What's to say there isn't somebody up there behind that wall?
Am I at least wearing my helmet still?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's not just blunt force stab to the head. This is an oxymoron. Okay, I'll lean in relatively close, kind of keeping face first.
Are the two invisibles walking up with him?
Yeah, we're behind them.
Okay. Bob, would you roll me a stealth check with advantage?
Bastard. Bastard Denerim soldier.
Comes the second one. I haven't done stealth in ages.
That's because Bob's not exactly stealthy. He has to roll with disadvantage as well, so he should have been just a straight roll.
No, you don't know that.
Oh no, because he got his new armor. Yeah, all right, carry on.
I got a 14.
Okay, so it's as you sort of lead in, and he sort of comes forward. He kind of goes, just sort of a look round as this, but he goes, this traitorous little worm on the back of our wagon tried to release Queen Anora. He did, you know. But we caught him and we sticks him in here, and now we're going to feed him to some dark spawns. If you fancy a show, hang around and watch with us, traitorous worm.
Oh yes, bloody traitor. Yes, I'd like to stay around and watch. What is his name? The bloody traitor. Does he have a name?
Some weird foreign name. I don't understand it. Oh, Shiri, Shimimi, or something.
Oh yes, foreigners, eh?
Who bloody cares? If he don't keep his pipe down, I'm going to shove our store right through his gullet.
Oh, good man.
Can I?
Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
No, okay. I thought I heard noise. It was just me coughing. And what are your names, fellas? Again, my name is Babatunde. Pleasure to meet you. And I extend handshake to the first one.
Oh, well, my name's Gary, right?
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Gary.
What do you want? My name's Gary.
Right? Gary's great.
And this is Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes. Can I don't know. Can I stab one in the back?
Oh no. Making good progress.
I mean, you can attempt. So if you want to creep around the back of them, you can. You would require another stealth roll.
Can I? Yeah, I just want to maneuver around the back and look out for darkspawn, or try and get a peek of what's under this cloth.
Well, there's no cloth. There's a cage, a fully built cage on the back of the wagon.
Can we identify who it is then?
Well, you haven't tried to look in there yet.
Oh, okay. I want to go around the back first, just to maneuver someone in a more advantageous position. If anything,
all right,
rather than just stab them in the back.
Well, they're both at the front of the car, and you're at the back of the car.
Do I assist his stealth in any way by like chatting to them and distracting them?
Well, you're chatting to him, but I'm giving him. He's got advantage on the stealth. Anyway.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because he's invisible. So
yeah, I just want to be able to take him by surprise.
I'm taking the fact that you've got him in conversation. I'm taking that into advantage.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Oh, thank God for that. 18. First one was terrible.
Well, I like the fact that you say thank God for that. You don't know why I robbed. So
shit.
They're already suspicious because they heard something previously. As you start to make your way back around the back and sort of manage to just peer over the back of this really large wagon, you can see sitting in the back of this, well, sort of through the bars of the cage, there's a halfling-sized humanoid sitting in there.
Can I push the cart? So will it roll downhill away from them?
No, it's all flat ground.
Shame. That'd be funny.
Roll. Could you roll me an intelligence, Babatunde? Just a straight intelligence roll, just you plus your.
I don't think I'm very good at that. Oh no, wait! I'm thinking of what's his name, Mr. Pierce.
Mr. Pierce.
Yeah.
Well, they're both idiots. 7.
Okay, so you suddenly see the two heads turn and sort of. So where did you say you were from?
I didn't.
So where are you from then?
It's acting so suspicious.
Sorry, I fly in my throat. I am from Ferelden.
What the whole land?
Such a general answer.
I take yes, we're all from Ferelden, but where exactly are you from? Because we've had inklings of a tiefling walking with the Grey Wardens. You don't happen to be that particular tiefling, do you?
Oh, no. Since I've been very young, I've just wandered around on my own, going from town to town, taking part in various tasks. And then I joined Templar forces when I older. And yes, that's what I've been up to. No Grey Wardens around here.
What did you roll on your intelligence? 7?
Yeah.
How long does your spell last for? Sorry.
It is a concentration spell for an hour, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, up to an hour.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I think we're going to leave this guy here and take you into Denerim because we've got a few more questions for you, Mr. Tiefling.
Okay. No, that's fair. I say I want my way to Denerim anyway. So if we all go there, then happy days. Kill 2 birds with one non-suspicious stone.
Look,
One of them reaches out and grabs your hand to put a set of cuffs on.
I like to ready an action in case it kicks off any further. I want to stab him in the back.
Can I kind of lunge back slightly before I put cuffs on? Like, whoa, what are you doing, lads?
Are you trying to resist arrest?
Well, I have done nothing wrong, so I have no reason to be arrested.
You've been acting very suspicious. You look like a tiefling that we are searching for.
Oh, classic, you look like tiefling, so we're going to arrest you. Sir, I could have you reported, sir.
And make you lose your rank, sir.
I do believe that is funny. So are you refusing arrest?
You don't have legitimate reason for arrest. It's a shame they don't have like phones in this gang, because I would just like start recording them.
I'm recording.
Yes.
You can use Stenley.
Live streaming it.
So,
unless I have committed crime, I don't see why I should be arrested, sir.
So now the pair of them now step forward and they attempt to try and grapple you. So Bob, take your action, and then we're going to roll for initiative.
I call upon giants, mate.
I haven't got any invisible fucking giants.
All right, no.
Just stack 2.
Yeah.
Use your imagination.
Just do my dude. Just put my dude and just say he's invisible.
Well, I've actually got a dude that's invisible. Look.
Where's that fucking
nice.
giraffe?
Not on the table.
Go on then. Right, I'm going to just stab him instead.
All right, there we go. Over we go. And combat has started. Bob's taking it. Roll for initiative, everybody else.
Is it advantage to stab him?
No.
I'm invisible and behind him.
Yeah, but you're not a rogue. It's still a normal attack.
Not happy with that. 14. That probably misses.
It does miss.
Oh no.
This is wildly. Right, roll for initiative then, lads.
Yeah.
Bob, you've already gone, so you're top of the list.
Oh no. Oh, is that my go? Done?
Yep.
Okay,
That's
that's fine.
not so bad then.
Yes. That's good.
Out the way.
Right, 20 and above. Good.
Oh.
15 to 20.
16.
Okay. 10 to 15. The fuck? 5 to 10.
6.
Just right. What did you get then, Jack?
3.
A fine effort.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
Trying to remember what I can do.
Oh, now the pressure's on me. Whoa. Okay.
Right. So Bob manages to sort of half get an attack in, but as he missed, both guards are going to attempt to grapple Babatunde and put these handcuffs on him. So, contested strength. So just a strength saving throw for me, Babatunde, but with disadvantage because there's two of them.
Strength saving throw, disadvantage, right. This is where my +5s come in. So 15, 20, 29, 5 to 19.
19, you are beaten by 1.
Oh,
Dang.
man.
So they have managed to grapple you, and you, although not restrained fully, will do it because you're in handcuffs. All of your attacks are now at disadvantage
Okay.
because you're now wearing a pair of handcuffs. And that was all my guards were doing because they don't know that anybody else is there effectively. Cole, you're up.
All right. Cole's going to actually kind of he's going to run into the fray, sort of kind of in line with that wall, but in such a manner, bit down a bit. So it's kind of what I'm going to do is do 2 bursts of Eldritch Blast. So if you could kind of position him in line with Babatunde, if you go directly down in line with the wall, perfect, yeah.
Say perfect.
Perfect, yeah. Oh, difficult terrain. Yeah. And I'd like to think I could pop a shot at both of them from this angle with a beam.
You could have hit both of them from where you were, but it's fine.
Perfect. So I'm just going to say, hey, don't be touching my tiefling, buddy. And I'm going to do me an Eldritch Blast from both hands.
I'm not
separately.
your buddy, friends.
And the first is I haven't done Eldritch Blast in ages. Well, that's a terrible roll. I'm going to use my luck die and do that again.
Very nice.
And that's a 17 to hit.
That is a miss.
Fuck. All right. We'll try it again. So that beam goes way off course. And the second one is a dirty 20. Okay. So I'll do the second beam would have been for the guy, from my perspective on the screen, most bottom, most suddenly, I guess.
Okay.
And that is 1d10. That is it's an 8 damage, but it pushes him back 10 feet. And then as my bonus action, I'm going to use Expeditious Retreat.
Run back behind the wall.
And run back behind the wall. Yeah, perfect. You got me. Lovely. And that's me. Thank you.
Lovely. Andy, you're up.
Cool. So I will get out of the corner. And what should I do? I'm going to go cast Chromatic Orb at the one clearest to me.
So, what, the one down the bottom or the one at the top?
No, the one that's nearest to Babatunde.
Okay.
I'm going to use it as fire damage at level 1.
Okay.
Just to go test it, test these guys out.
Fair enough. While you're rolling, I'm just going to help Cole out. So when you used Expeditious Retreat, Cole, you effectively didn't need to because you only moved like 15 feet. So to move 15 feet back beyond the wall, you could have just moved again.
Okay, but I wanted it to be so for a bonus action, I think I get a dash. I get to dash more regularly during the fight.
Okay.
So,
no, I'm just saying because you can move, attacker, then move again.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not.
This is
So
not like
moving.
XCOM at all.
No.
No.
You've got
Yeah.
if you've got 30 feet of movement, you can move
Uh-huh.
at 30 feet. So you can move 10 feet, attack, move 10
Okay.
feet, bonus action, move 10 feet, hide.
Okay, cool. Noted. I'll go with the expedition retreat, but that's a good point. I've noted.
25 to hit.
Oh yes. Definitely yes.
This is going to be 3d8 fire. Um, 21 points of fire damage.
Christ.
Nice.
So these guys are tired. They've been out for a long time in this heat, sort of worrying, etc. And it was this one you were going for, wasn't it?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
As I see him go down, I'm just going to go shout out, "That's one spicy meatball!" So I had to.
Oh dear God.
Was Anna being Italian all this time?
No, just want to go do the quote from the mosque.
That's
Ah.
with the ball.
Nice.
Right. Yeah.
And that'll be my turn.
Anything else from Amanda? No.
No, that's my turn.
Cool. Drago's invisible body is going to run round, and because I still don't know all of his spells, I should really know some of them. I'm just going to do an attack with his hammer because I know it. Very nice.
So,
Second attack. So that is 16 points of damage. You suddenly see, just to your eyes, you're just seeing the guy's armor helmet just get indented and flattened. Just with the with these two huge hammer hits. Babatunde.
Well, I suppose because my hands are kind of restrained. How tall are these folk in general?
You know, like in their full armor, so 6'6".
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to do a jumping double-legged drop kick because my hands are kind of tired. I can't really use my weapon.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Just-
fine. Yeah, no disadvantage.
unarmed strike.
So that's unarmed strike, no disadvantage.
Sick one. So that'll be a. I looked on spells then. Drop kick isn't a spell. That
Again.
is- that is a 17 to hit.
That is a miss.
Ah, damn.
Damn it.
Does my additional
Attack, yes.
attack unarmed? Okay, so I'm just gonna. I missed it. I'll just get up and try it again.
Love it.
Yeah, brush off a little bit of dirt, then try jumping again.
Did you just land short of him?
Yeah,
Just dropped in front of him.
yeah. Ow. Well, that's a 17 again, so that's done nothing.
Oh no.
Cool. I just face
It's not
plant again.
like you jump up both feet, striking his chest, and you just kind of fall flat on your back. Going, oh!
You've got to breathe out.
And then for my movement, can I just kind of roll away a little bit, like so I'm not in direct attacking distance? Yeah, cool. Thank you. Sorry, fellas. That's the end of my turn.
All right, back to the beginning of the turn. Bob.
Go up to this bloke and stab him
Very nice.
at bull height. So 25.
Yeah,
Oh,
that hit.
never
And
gonna have children.
10 points of slashing damage or jabbing damage.
Yeah.
Jabbing.
With his flattened helmet, he can't really see, but he's so confused. It's getting stabbed out of nowhere and hit on the head out of nowhere.
And I rolled for attack again, and it was only a 16.
Very nice.
No,
Yeah.
16. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a miss. Any bonus actions?
Yeah, Shield Master Shove.
Oh god.
Shield Master Shove.
Contested strength, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, 15.
Ah, mine fell out. Hang on, I have to do that one again. I got a 20.
Oh,
So a knock him prone.
oh goody. He's now laying down in front of these invisible people.
And that's it.
Great, it's his turn. He stands up.
Oh, fucking what a waste of time. I should have pushed him off the edge of the map.
As he stands up, he is so confused. He's been hit in the head with a hammer. He's been stabbed, but there's nothing in front of him. So he's just going to swing.
But they
his
do the
sword.
attack, it may just reappear.
Yeah, sorry, it does. On attack, they do become invisible.
That's all right then. Well, that's good. Right? He still missed. Both of them. So he's gone. Cole.
Cool. So it's just the dude lying prone.
No, he's stood.
They're all still good.
standing.
Okay. Yeah. So is the sun shining, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Not that it mattered. It was a oh god, that was oh my god. No, it was 11. That's really bad. 11 to hit on the first arrow. Next, the prone guy. Would that be advantage to hit him or
But he's not prone. He's dead. This one's dead.
Oh, sorry, that guy's dead. So just the other two then. Yeah, so that one misses. I'll take another shot. Do my advantage for sun, and we get a that's a 21.
Okay.
So that's fine. And that will be a 1d8 plus 4. So that's 21 damage with my sharpshooter feat.
Awesome. So as using the sharpshooter feat, as his arrow flies through the air, the helmet had already flattened, blood sort of pissing out of the loosened area around his groin, as this arrow just goes straight through the slit in the squashed helmet.
Cool.
Yeah, falls to the floor, dead.
Nice.
What's in this cage then?
A halfling.
Hey, you all right, mate?
As you look inside the cage, a man has been waiting very patiently to come in.
Hey.
Who
Hey.
is it? Oh!
Oh,
Made another
hello,
one.
mate.
Oh,
Good to
yes.
see
Who's
you.
it going to be?
Well, you fucking took your time, you did.
Hey, sorry, mate.
It's not a problem, I tell you, that the bastards are so fucking stupid. They sent it down there for me to get eaten by the darkspawn. The darkspawn not interested in little old me. They took their fucking horses instead. Absolutely wonderful. But then I thought I was going to die of boredom.
Well, where the darkspawn go? Because if they ain't the horses, then it must have been around here somewhere.
Well, I don't know where they went. I couldn't give a fuck. I don't want to see the bastard things again.
Right, lads, what do you reckon? We free him or just leave him?
Oh, we're Grey Warden, so we should free him for one.
Right, yeah.
And two, he knows where Queen Anora is.
Well, I don't know. I mean, where would the darkspawn really go? It did nothing else be around there for them to get. Maybe they've gone back to their nest or something. I don't know.
I don't like his accent. I think we should leave him.
Hey, he's all right.
Well, you don't like the Irish?
Well, allow me to introduce myself, Darren. My name would be Shawnee O'Shea. I'm a bard. I like to entertain. That's, well, old Brendan Howell Denerim. He hired me to be his entertainer. And then I heard a little squeaking around the grounds that Queen Anora had been captured and put in a dungeon. So I went after her, so I did. Well, teaches me for fucking snooping around, really, doesn't it?
Hey, good on you, mate. Good on you. I tell you what, right? How you feeling? You're not injured or anything, are you?
I know, I'm a little bit famished, I am, and could do with a good bit of brew, but I'm okay. And who be yous, fine gentlemen?
Well, hang on. I got this squirrel on his neck. I got it in the last stop. Squirrel from ages ago.
Oh,
He's had in his
my God.
pocket.
Are you still carrying around a squirrel on a stick?
Just one.
Jesus.
And I pass it through the
I'm
bars.
actually gonna go feed him. No. God,
Well,
no, squirrel me.
I'd be appreciating your offering of a wee squirrel on a stick. Can't say I've ever had such delicacies in my time, but I'd have to pass on that one. It looks like, well, it looks like it's seen the better days, so it has.
All right. Well, I suppose I'll better eat it then.
Well, you might try, but you might have a bit of case of what I call the deli belly. You get shits for days.
Right.
You don't be doing that to yourself.
No, well, I'll be all right, mate. Using the work down the sewers. Sometimes we lose our way, right? And we wouldn't have any lunch on us, and we'd have to just nibble on whatever didn't look too bad down there. That's you got to do what you
I'm
can.
gonna go try and release him from his cage.
Well, if you free me, I'd be very grateful for the assistance there.
The lock on the cage is just a rudimentary padlock. Just good old-fashioned steel padlock.
Could someone also try to free off these handcuffs as well? Let's have someone cut them.
Right.
Good old-fashioned steel handcuffs.
One swing.
Iron.
One swing. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Okay.
One swing and they'll be off, mate. Right. Watch this. Oh, hang on a minute. Why don't we just check the bodies for a key?
I think that'd be a good idea.
No.
I almost try and kill our colleague.
No, this seems safer.
Okay, well, I'll do the swing then.
I'll look through the bodies for a key.
You find keys.
No, too late.
Bob
See?
raises.
Don't you do it, Bob.
Bob raises his sword, shaking.
No, stop it. Can't believe you're going to be the king.
He's got keys.
Okay.
I will let loose Babatunde and our new friend. Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Well, that'd be the last time I'd be wanting to hang around in one of them fucking things, I tell you. Oh, so, you gentlemen with the mighty fine white beard, I must say, I can tell you're a dwarf. That's a mighty fine beard growth you got on you there. You remind me of my great-grandfather. He had a mighty fine white beard there on his face, too. What be your name, sir?
Oh, first of all, thank you very much. And, you happen to be looking at the one and only King of Orzammar. King
For
Bob.
fuck's sake, you be the king of Orzammar!
That's right, King Bob. Put it
I
there.
was sitting a pot and toy at my grandma. What the fuck? You'd be a royalty, so you be.
You've been rescued by a king, lad.
Well, I must say, my apologies to your Highness. I forget my manners. I throw them away like my daddy's dirty underwear. I do. But there you go. It's a pleasure to meet you, Your Highness.
No need.
Oh no, I wasn't bowing to you. I got a kink in me back. You see, I landed on the fucking rock, and those bastards were trying to take me. So they went. But thank you very much. And who be this fellow here with the scales on? You're quite an interesting-looking character, so you be.
Name's Ander. Nice to meet you, and I'll go shake your hand.
It's very nice to meet you there, Ander. And who be this gentleman talking a funny voice?
I think he's talking to you, Babatunde.
Oh, I thought you said funny voice. Right, you must. Okay. Yes, hello. My name Babatunde. I come from Tifla forces. I am Paladin Tiefling. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
fuck me, I never ever heard a tasting that sounded quite like that before. But it's my pleasure to meet you. Babatunde, that's a very strange exotic name. Your parents not like you, or do they into the exotic, they like the names from far away. And that's a very interesting name you got there, sir.
Yes, it means something like a father return, I think. I can't remember, but it does mean something. It's not just name, but thank you.
Oh, okay. And be this gentleman here with the other accent. Who be you, sir?
Oh, the name's Cole, Spencer Cole. Yeah, I've not been with these guys long, but well, long enough, I suppose, long enough.
Where's your accent from? The last time I heard an accent like that was in a brothel. And the women, they usually have the accents like that. They don't keep their fucking linen on long enough. So they don't. But it's a pleasure to meet you, Cole. You seem a very nice man. And well, fuck me if I ever seen a fucking specimen of a species right here. Who be you, sir? Look at the fuck me. You could crack a pair of fucking knackers on them muscles, so you could.
He's very good, guys. My name is Drago Drakan. He's me. Look at this, very good.
Yeah, I can fucking see that, but Jesus, it's been twice the size of my fucking head.
What did you do?
Marvelous.
No, it's very good. You do have a very small head.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm eternally grateful, so I am, for your rescue to let me out there. I really don't know what brings you to these parts.
We be Grey Wardens, and we saving the world.
Oh, so you got no pressure on you then?
Myself, King Bob. And well, right.
Where you be on to next?
Denham, actually.
Oh yes, I know. Any particular reason you'll be going there?
To stop. Is it Caleb?
Logain.
That's one, Logain.
Caelan's dead.
You're getting that cunt. He's a wee bastard. Well, you know. I mean, if you don't mind, me tagging along with you, I know it very, very well. As I said, I was there when I be captured. I know it very, very well, and of course, I know the dungeons quite well. As I explained earlier, when I was there looking to rescue Queen Anora before I got captured. So if I could be of service to you.
Sorry, mate. Where do you live in the city? You live there, or you went and you broke in and you tried to get old?
Well, I spent some time there because, as I said, I was hired as the entertainer. So I've been around quite a lot. I get around places when they hire me. So I do taverns mainly, but sometimes I get the request to perform in front of royal folk.
So, where would you say the majority of your work takes you? Would you say it was Denham, or would it be all over? Would you say you're Denham born and bred, or?
Well, I spent the last 14 months in Denham, so I pretty much lived there for the last 14 months.
Right.
So that's where I've been mainly, and I know it very, very well.
And was it like then, since you know the overthrowing of whatever Medusa, you know, all that?
Well, King Caleb.
That could be causing all sorts of problems. It's a horrible place.
Right. Well. Just asking, mate. Trying to get a bit of insight on that.
I would be like you're asking the right questions there, so you are, Bob. You know, but but mainly where I live, I come up from across the sea in Florodinia, which is western Warden.
Oh,
that's where that'd be my origins. But as I said, I travel around where the work is. I'm an honest bard that tries to earn a living. And of course, I like to entertain people. And if I could ever be of assistance to you in any kind of battle, I'm very very mastered in the spells, in the magic.
Well, that's what my next question was going to be, and I'll be honest. If you want to travel with us, you're going to have to hold your own.
Well, that would not be a problem. I think I could be a very good addition to you. I can help use in battle as well with some of my spells. Would greatly assist all of you. But the opportunity to travel with the Grey Wardens is a very huge honor, and I gladly accept.
And we're going to have a demonstration of one of your spells. Ada, go and stand over there.
What about you volunteer yourself, Bob?
We're just do it on that cart.
I tell you what I do here. Right, I'll go over to oh dear. I'll tell you what I'll do. For a bit of fun and that. I'm going to
What?
right, I'm going to cast Program Delusion, right, and I'm going to create a brood mother, the image of a brood mother, to start going after Bob instead of Anda. This obviously is not real, is it? Yeah. No, not the King of Ozma. The skinny fella over there. That one over there. Oh, yeah. Fuck's sake, he didn't listen.
Oh, get away from me!
Oh, fuck, it's back.
Oh,
Ready arms, everyone. Ready arms.
It's okay. It's just be an illusion. I can stop it. So I just thought, yeah, just as it's about to like launch at Bob, I cancel it so it disappears. Right. Well, there you wanted the demonstration. I give you the demonstration there.
What
That was quite entertaining, actually.
Impressive. I liked it. Yeah.
Entertainment's my second name, not my first name, because Sean is my first name.
Oh, my uncle's name's Shawnee. That's creepy. And he's also Irish. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, my head.
Well, what do we reckon, lads? In or out?
Out.
Well, he knows the town of Denham,
That's right.
and he knows where Queen Anora is.
Yeah.
It's foolish to not let him join us.
Right. Well, that's a yes from you then, Anna, is it?
Of course.
Right. So, what about you then, Babadunde and Drago?
Oh, absolutely. He is good lad. I like him already.
Oh, fake Babatunde, sir.
You swear a lot, but that other than that, you're very kind. Thank you.
I get that from my father.
Oh, okay. Is he dead?
Yeah, he'd be dead for some time. Yeah, he was okay. He was a bit of a prick.
Oh, okay. Okay, good then. Okay. Yes.
Oh, good.
In conclusion,
He was a
yes,
prick.
Well, I'm sorry about that, Shawnee. You're gonna have to get back in your cage, mate. You're not in.
Oh no,
It has to be unanimous. So
We still got one more. You didn't let Drago speak.
he's not here.
I take back my out. I was just messing around. I like to mess around sometimes. Shawnee, you seem like a good guy. I think we could use you.
Pretty much cool, sir. Thank you.
Oh, well, we're going in out the cage and you're in.
There's this whole conversation with him sitting down in the cage.
No,
I
got him out of the cage.
When they released his thing, for some reason, Bob still thought I was in the cage. I got out of the cage.
no, I told you to get back in. And
No, he just turned on the
imagine-
mod to get back in the cage.
I just
like a
imagined
dog.
you going to get into the cage and then Cole
Hello.
changing his mind and then being like, "Oh, gotta get out."
Nice.
Dear.
God, you guys are a challenge sometimes.
No, it all makes sense. felt slightly like there was an ulterior
There
motive.
was me thinking I was missing all of it.
I didn't get to describe that final kill. I thought, oh, the DM's up to something now.
Well, actually, that could be planned for later on because we are all heading back to the dinner room.
Encampment.
Yes, wherever we are heading. And they know that you, Shawnee, are prisoner. So perhaps on the rules of us being collaborative with them, we should keep you in cage and then bring you back to encampment. And then at least then they're not suspicious of us immediately and fire attack. We have some sort of Trojan horse here, yes?
Well, on one hand,
got
that's a good
3
idea.
members of the
But-
Grey Wardens.
Yeah, that's the only.
They already want to kill us.
That's the only problem.
Let alone Shawnee over
I
there.
can also go invisible. Not the problem. They won't even know I'm there.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Just to throw something in. So while you're discussing about, oh yeah, let's grab hold of this this wagon and take it with us. So horses dead. This is the largest wagon you guys have seen in the last 30 days. Your month of moving around, and with a iron cage built onto the back. Yeah, you wouldn't even all 6 of you would barely rock this thing.
Does anyone else think it's
Okay.
weird that 30 days ago in this story we was in 2021? We in 2021.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Go! I think it's time to summon Cthulhu.
Oh,
Wait,
wow.
I'm gonna get my equipment back on
Summon
that.
who?
He doesn't really go by that name anymore.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry.
But he doesn't do any of those sorts of requests. He's kind of
I'm the one who fucked Cthulhu.
Yeah, so we don't
Really?
don't pull any cards or anything. Then
One question.
No, I'm only a small timer for him, so maybe next year, but no, still working my way up.
Quoted one question.
what? What are you on about?
There's a
One quick questers. It's a YouTube thing. That's
Yeah.
his song. He's got a whole song of I fuck Cthulhu.
Oh, right.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
very strange. Entertaining, but very strange.
yeah. And that's when he became a bard warlock.
So I didn't catch that last bit. There you go.
No, I was just gonna say I don't think I can do anything. No, I can't
Right.
summon any spectral horses or anything like that. So I'm out of this one, I'm afraid.
So you got a nice whistle on this evening, dude. There's lots of show.
Oh yeah, I've got more of my Matthew McConaughey inspiration coming down.
It's show
Way down
show.
south, and it's a little bit of Sebastian as well. I'm sure. My ears south.
I just thought you were talking through your teeth a little bit more, and a couple of whistles were coming. in.
When I was in
like
Texas,
it.
I was actually disappointed that most people didn't actually sound like Matthew McConaughey.
I can
Like,
imagine.
they just didn't have that. Like, it was just like the coach driver that took us would just talk to himself, and he would just sit there going, "Okay, all right,
This is
don't
not what I
come
paid
in
for.
my lane. Stay in your own lane. All right, okay." That's good as it got.
That's
There was
easy
no-
illusion.
He should be a D&D character.
Cart driver.
Stay in your lane.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Well,
Right. Well,
I
before we
take
move,
behind now, aren't we?
before we move on, can I at least pocket these handcuffing keys because they might come in useful? Can I kind of?
You can pocket the handcuffs and keys. You will have to take note of them.
Yep, that's fine. I'll forget them, but I'll make note of them.
And when
Make
you
note that you've got a pair of handcuffs. Yeah.
Not yourself. Tunde has got the handcuffs with the keys. I got it noted there for you, Babatunde, sir.
Dankeschön.
Ada, I
Yes.
don't suppose you found any intel on those bodies when you had a look over them.
Do you want me to do an investigation? Voice in the sky.
Well, it's what intel you hoping to find out. They're both human. They're both Denerim guard. They're both dead.
Well, just anything about, because they're Denerim guards, so just in case they might happen to have a bit of parchment that might give us something. It's just something to cling on to.
Well, going by the notes that I wrote down about this fight, no.
Oh.
It weren't that important.
Right.
This was literally created for you to beat children.
Have you, Stefan? Have you been waiting the whole time? Like when we had the pointless conversation back in Cascai. Well, they
There was
just
a part
hurry
of
up.
me in my mind, in the back of my mind, I was like, let's just waste as much time as possible. There's something important coming.
Yeah.
We had to delay.
Let's go find this spear. Let's swim, climb down this mountain.
Like,
Yeah,
so when you were
no,
checking like quarantine, I was like, yeah, let's quarantine everyone. Let's check them individually. Let's assess every one of them. Dice roll every time.
Did you notice how quickly I did that? It was like Bob getting dragged out of the village by his collar.
Yeah.
Just slightly, just.
I got a WhatsApp message from Stefan while you were talking saying, "Shut up, Bob."
You know what it was? Mainly because while I was waiting, I was having a wank, and it was Bob's voice that was really putting me off.
Oh, shut up.
Shut up.
Why?
Great to have you back, man.
Okay, can we make our way to the
Why?
encampment now, guys?
Anyway.
We've done nothing in this session, really.
No.
So I think we should move on.
No, I think now that Stefan's here, we can waste all the time we want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my way to the encampment. If these people want to have a mothers' meeting, let them.
Very nice. Ander starts to head off, marching just strongly.
We'll have to go with him because he'll be dead in not probably about an hour.
Okay, we'll continue
There's
this
always
later.
been fallen most of the time.
Nice to see the relationship between Ander and Bob while in my absence has blossomed so fucking much.
That's a lovely ice
We're
chop you
best
got there,
friends.
Steph.
Oh,
Nice work.
Yeah, I got the Magnum.
Yeah, I got a vegan Magnum. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. See, not
Very
in any
cool.
way sponsoring the channel.
You absolute
Creepy.
sugar sluts.
Yes. Yeah. Lovely. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
So as you decided to walk via as the crow flies, walking up and down mounds and hills and over mass fields, the afternoon starting to draw in. You barely see anything on your journey, but as you start to sort of just get to the top of one of the larger hills on the journey, as you look to the west, you can see the huge city of Denerim just sitting there in the distance, in all of the mist, massive in all of its glory. This huge, monstrous city just sitting there. And you see maybe 3-4 miles out a pile of tents and people, horses, wagons, sort of moving around on the outskirts of the Denerim, of the Denerim lands.
That'd be all our horses there, and I think they're a bit.
Again, are they like? Can they be seen from the city?
Yeah.
Bladed idiots. Well, they're supposed to have the element of surprise.
The element of surprise, the plan is to not attack the city.
The plan was don't try and make it into a war.
Right, got it. I missed that bit. So, right then. Off to the encampment.
Yes.
So after about five hours of solid walking, your feet starting to ache now from the heavy marching. The sun has sort of started to disappear behind the dark clouds as the clouds start to the dark storm starts to push further north. Sorry, a moment.
Bastard.
As the dark storm starts to push north, you start to hear thunder in the distance, as the storm continues to move.
Right.
But from a distance, as you start to walk down to the very large encampment, must be thousands of people in this huge camp that has been made. You recognize a couple of faces instantly as you step in, as one of the guards shouts, "The Grey Wardens are here! The Grey Wardens are here!" Ding, 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 ding.
You enjoyed doing that, didn't you?
What? Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, do it again.
Thank you.
Ding, 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 ding.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. We are here. That's right. And
Hello, nice to meet you.
who be in charge?
Oh, that would be you, Grey Wardens.
Oh.
Remember, we recruited them every single time we've been in.
I'm in us dead.
So, as you sort of as the warning goes out that the Grey Wardens have arrived, two faces ride up on horses, sitting in front, sitting on their marvelous steeds directly in front of you. One of them you recognise instantly as Captain Kroll, who you've met a couple of times while he was out on his journeys. It's I know you kind of appreciate the accent on that one, Cole.
I most certainly do.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right. Yeah.
And the other one that rides over as you're in the main elvish part of the encampment is Mascus, the first person that you met on this whole freaking journey.
Yes.
As you gained the
Day of the Shelves.
The alliance of the Daily Shelves. Grey Wardens, it has been a long time. We have waited for you to arrive on our encampment. As you can see, the elves have arrived. We have some of the dwarven forces. A fair few of the Dragonborn have made their way. Your kin is here, sir. And may I say, it is beautiful to see such a wonderful tiefling and somebody even shorter than you, Your Highness, accompanying you on your journey. But what happened to your Goliath friend?
He's gone back to go bring the Goliaths over.
This pleases my heart immensely.
As much as your voice pleases mine. Sorry, King Bob, you go.
Enough of the pleasantries. How many strong are we?
Well, at the minute, with just the Dalish, with what dwarves have arrived and the Dragonborn, we stand at about 3,000 warriors.
And what activity have you observed from Denerim since you've been here?
You would need to go and talk to the earls about that, but your Highness, I am only one for the forces.
Right.
Tegan, Aben, and Gordon are all present in the central tent, sir.
How's morale?
We're all pretty pleased. We're looking over at the storm as it gently sets in over the horizon, but we remain strong and vigilant as we stand wary. Weapon creation is going well, but we could do with some more from the city walls.
Well, good on you. Sit tight, and we'll be back.
Any refugees, as in with the storm coming over, any of the people came for rescue?
We received word that those that were unable to get to Denerim have refuge in the underground city of Ozma from the storm.
Good to know. Good to know.
Captain Crawl, you said Grey Wardens are in control of this force. Is that correct?
This is very true. Yes, it is very much your army. Well, are you a Grey Warden?
I'm not, sir.
Not yet, but he's been offered.
Perspective, but I wanted to point to the attention that Grey Wardens usually have a leader, a warden commander, and I do not think that we have such rank in our party. But perhaps we should make that the next objective is to delegate a warden commander going forwards to represent us when we go into Denerim.
That is a decision that can only be left to you, my pointy-eared friend.
All right, sir. All right, we'll discuss it. I hope we will.
If you wish to name a warden commander, then I beseech you, please make it with haste.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you.
As I look forward to going into battle with you. Pleasure to see you again, Wardens. Pleasure.
As always.
Pleasure.
Yeah. What about it? I reckon we should go and speak to old Aim and Deegan and Ryan. Gordon, that's the one.
Can you show us an essential tent?
What was that?
The one that you dislike to sell your village. But you want to see the tent, as in the main tent in the center of the
yeah.
Can't miss it. It's like 6 foot taller than all the rest of them.
Okay.
Right, let's go and see what they've gathered and see if we can get any sort of secret routes in, or see what their plan is, and if it's better than ours, which it probably will be, then we'll probably go with that.
No plans will be made by me. They are all yours.
Well, I reckon if they're the ones that have been observing the city and whatnot, then I reckon we should speak to them and devise a plan thereafter.
That sounds like what we're going to do, Bob.
Right. Well,
state the fucking obvious one, didn't you?
Right. Well, go on then, Ada.
All right.
Anyway.
I'll walk in.
As you walk into the main tent, a young woman just runs over, throws her arms around you, and goes, "Oh, I thought I'd never see you again."
It's been a while, Abigail.
Oh, nice. I'm sorry, was this he's dead?
If you haven't got one,
yes, that's one.
If you haven't got one, have an inspiration for remembering her name.
and the way she spoke, apparently, in the accent that she was used, because there was no indicator whatsoever. That's amazing. Oh my god.
He remembered that Abigail travelled with Gordon. If you went into the tent with Gordon.
Oh Jesus.
He's been sneaking in and reading your notes.
Not at all, actually. Not at all.
I was about to say, he lives here. He gets fed that he can have a look at your notes.
Reverse it. James is reading his notes.
In all fairness, he'd have to go for a hell of a pile of paperwork to find the notes where Gordon.
Yeah, this is brain we're talking about.
I got a life. Not much of one, but still alive.
So as she sort of releases you, familiar voices of, "All right, you Grey Wardens, been a long time since I seen you."
You all right there, Barry?
It's Gordon.
It's Gordon again.
I heard about you trying to steal my village just because nobody were in there.
Yeah. That was my bleeding village, right? And you stole it.
This is not the time to argue.
It's the other way round. He's the right time to argue, because I haven't seen him in bloody 2-3 weeks.
Pleased to meet you.
Is
it Gordon or Barry? Because Bob just changing his. What? He said his name.
His
wrong.
real name is Gordon, but
Name's definitely
Bob doesn't
Gordon, it's
know
always
people's
been Gordon.
names.
Pleasure to meet you today, Gordon.
No, pleasure to be meeting you and all. But it's if I gotta go over here to the old King of ours, if I be chatting to you now, if you want my village, you can have it, right? But it'll cost you. So if we live through all of this, right, we'll be chatting about a fair settlement, and you can have your brawn anvil bill.
Right, I like it. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Because in all fairness, me and Abigail are looking to retire in a little college in the country.
Right, so what have you done? Do I just get it by default?
Let's not talk about this now.
Yeah, it's a private conversation. Nothing to do
It's
with
not
it.
private because I can hear it.
Gentlemen, I'm sure there's more important things to be talking about in this tent than whether the King of Orzammar gets lothering. My God, man. How are we, Grey Wardens? Pleasure to be seeing you all again. Lovely.
If I had hair, I'd be ripping it out.
You're right there.
Yes, I am, Your Highness. Pleasure to be seeing you again. It's always a pleasure to be seeing what Grey Warden left. Where's the tall? I say let's go with less intelligent one.
Gone to see his kin and rallying them up for a battle.
Marvelous! I look forward to seeing him arrive in all the valor of the Goliaths.
I thought he was quite intelligent myself.
Thank you.
No, compared to you, anybody is intelligent, Your Highness Bob, yes. Come, we've got some paperwork to go over.
Oh, God, I think that's your department, Anna.
I think I've put too many accents in this room.
Just working through the list. The greatest hits.
Tegan, Eamon, and Gordon.
Abigail.
Abigail are all in this tent. So
the wife, the kid.
Right.
No. Just Eamon, Tegan, and Gordon.
And so the
I
wife
threw
and kid
Abigail in next. I wanted to see if somebody knew why a random woman would hug Ender. So as they take you over to the what you would consider a war table, there is a map of Denerim sitting on the table, which I haven't drawn, so deal with it. There is a map of Denerim put on the table. There is a list of names. So a quick glance, it looks like it's the list of the remaining earls that are all now situated within the city walls.
Are these earls with us or against us?
That's the conversation that we'll be having in about 5 minutes when you guys have had your pee break. I only said your bladders are empty, nothing about your colons. Right. Yes, so you're in the war room, or you're in the central tent up against the war table. So yes, the intel that the elves have managed to get so far. I'm going to do Gordon because I like that voice more than the others. Right, so what you be needing to know then, Wardens, before you enter in these city walls?
Go ahead then.
Oh, is that the information you need? Go ahead. All right, go ahead then. Go. Sorry.
No, I thought you were gonna tell us everything. You go ahead.
I asked the question of what information, but it's fair enough. You don't know what information you need.
If I saw the names of the other earls, like I said before in the break, how many are on our side and how many are on Logain's?
Right. So obviously, at the minute, we've got 3. Well, there's 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Although we've been able to gain access to the city to go and talk to them, while Logain be sitting on that throne, they're not willing to pipe up against him. Their way of life and their livelihood will be threatened by Logain. That brings us to the next point. Point number 2. We need to find where Queen Anora is being kept.
Well, that's good news for us because we got a guy here that knows where she is.
You're right. That is absolutely amazing news. We need to be finding out that. The sooner we can get her back in that throne room, the sooner the Earls will be willing to talk to us and gang against Logain himself.
Right, so we got Brian, you get Queen Anora back in the throne room. What else we got? What's your plan of action so far then, lads?
What is it? The Earls? Well, our plan
Yeah.
of action is to tell you what to do.
That's right. So Anora and
So if we can get Queen Anora back on that throne, then the other Earls would quite happily fall into place.
I got that much.
And they would happily back their queen.
And have you, upon being in this encampment and observing the city, have you seen any points of interest around the area that might not be too obvious? Like maybe a secret entrance or something like that? Or
there are 2 ways into that city, and one of them smells like the back end of a mule.
right.
Oh.
Well, I'll be all right with that. Yeah. Is that I take it you mean the sewers then?
But without sounding brash, Mr. Dwarf, this is a political meeting. So sneaking into the city is not what we need. Any type of underhandedness will be a sign of war for Logain. And those Denerim guard will be out of that gate quicker than we can say achoo.
So you're telling me, right, that his weapons down and we walk through the gate for a bleeding chat?
Yes.
Right, well, is out of it. How do you got to go on your own then? Because I'm useless at that.
Diplomacy is right now. Diplomacy is something that you need to learn now, you're young King Dwarf. Because you may be old, but you're a young king.
Right, as Drew.
But while you're in the only Earl that we don't seem to be able to get on board will be Brendan Howe, the actual Earl of Denerim.
Yes. The same one who's doing all on slave trade.
Hey, you already know about him then, do you?
Heard the rumors.
He's the one that's got all of my peoples from Lothering.
Yeah, we tried to
the alienage.
Try to get him back. He gave us the slip. The other thing is we need to go talk to the head of the Templars.
The Templars and the Chantry are firmly behind the Grey Wardens.
Yeah, we just need to go ask them to sign.
The news has already spread. That's already reached this city, and Logain knows about it too. As soon as that reached the city, Logain was starting to kick all the sisters out of all of his temples and sending them all back like refugees back to the Chantry.
Right.
Guarded.
No, Chantry's just a Chantry.
Out of interest, just to establish our bargaining power, how many warriors would you say are within Denerim at this time?
Oh, Logain can muster a force of maybe 5,000 if he pulled out. If he could manage to get all the Earl's kingdoms to attack us in unison.
What was our strength again?
3,000.
Yeah.
At current.
Like those odds.
Oh.
So, do you want us to someone escort you in, join you. As soon as you go in, we go split, try find a way into the dungeon.
I mean, what? Sorry to interrupt you there. Sorry. What be Logan's armies mainly made up from? Are they mainly the humans, or they got other races fighting alongside them?
They've got, well, the Denerin army is mostly human, but from those that have defected, find some half elves, some dwarves, some drow. They're the few bits around, but it's a challenge nonetheless.
I agree with you. As you said, we got the Goliaths, we got a lot of other on our side.
We haven't got the Goliaths yet. They're not here yet. They may be on their way, but they're not here yet.
Right. So who's got a plan then? Who's got a basic idea? Anna, you're the only one so far who's got any kind of a plan at the moment.
I do have one proposal. I think, given that we're entering, the greatest city in Ferelden, and political presence is going to be key, I do think it's time we nominate a warden commander. I think we should wrap this up right now.
Who's got like the best diplomatic skills? Who's like
Well,
highest in wisdom?
I think that's pretty obvious, isn't it? Really,
You've got three
I know.
wardens. You've got three wardens in Bob, Drago, and Ander.
it's got to be Ander, isn't it? Really.
Yeah,
I would nominate Ander myself,
Aye.
but I'm not a great warden, so.
Normally, I would choose the royalty because he's a king, but I just think that maybe they can. Stop you fucking laughing at me, you cunt!
Yeah, be careful what you say, lad. Yeah, give you a good hiding.
Let's not start a fight now, you two.
With the Ander there, he seemed to know what he's talking about quite a lot.
He's
got a calm head on his shoulder.
we will leave you in the tent and allow you to discuss this in private, wardens.
For fuck's sake, I've given my vote already.
You don't have a vote. You showed up.
You're in a cage half an hour ago.
Let's
You
not
wouldn't
start having
you
a
wouldn't
fight
know where to
between
find the
ourselves.
dungeons if it weren't for me.
That's a good point. Oh, well,
Well, doesn't
yeah.
get you a vote.
Right. I reckon Anders' idea is pretty good. He does the diplomatic side with the diplomatic ones, and old Shawnee boy here take us down to show us where this dungeon is, and we try and seek out Queen Anora. What do you reckon?
Are you going to split the party?
That was Ray's plan. That's the only plan we've got so far.
That's
Here's
not
the plan
bad.
that I got in my head so far. We either go in as with the earls, and then me part ways. Like the earls go to the meeting, the Grey Wardens and party go find.
Oh, okay.
That's option one, or two. One of us, Babatunde nominates one of us because we got bounties. That's instantly us three can go into the dungeon straight away.
Yeah.
And beyond,
So
he
is
got
that,
the experience to break out and getting on that way.
So you're saying we surrender ourselves on purpose?
In a sense, yes.
Oh, I like that. Show good faith. They wouldn't see that coming.
I know I've only been in the group for about half an hour. I say that's quite an intelligent thought process there.
So you got option 1 or option 2?
I like the surrender thing. It sounds like it could be a bit of fun along the way. Not that it's supposed to be fun. Everyone's lives are at stake, but I say option B or 2. B2.
Oh, fuck it. B2, yeah.
Okay, but in option B2, what are you requiring from me, Cole, and Shawnee here, and the rest? Just so I get my head around it.
So
Yeah.
either you three, well, probably Sean will be in the dungeon with us, as he was going to be, dark spawn food.
Okay, yep, that's fine.
You and Cole are somewhat they don't think that you're with us. They heard rumors, but they can't pinpoint.
Oh
it's
yes,
gonna be you two.
As you've seen by my deceptive small talk earlier, they won't suspect a thing. We're in the clear there, fellas. Okay, I like this plan. Let's go with this.
Yep. So that's.
So what are they gonna do then? Is are they gonna escort us to the dungeon themselves?
So if we got rope or handcuffs, Bolton, they can look like he arrested us. Both him and Carl.
I know that, but what about when we get in there? Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to take us personally down to the dungeon, or are we going to?
I presume that they will.
And then they're going
to strip you down to your loincloth.
We could be bounty hunters, wanting our bounty.
Oh,
exactly.
I'm thinking, what are you going to do once you're in there, and we've gone into custody, and you got your bounty, and you haven't done a runner. What are you going to do then?
They could easily talk to our paladin that we need to speak to.
While you're in the dungeons.
As we're going to go try and save Anora,
right?
He
So
can go talk to Templar.
So split the party, and then Babatunde and Cole go. They stay like topside, and
observe.
Okay, until we get back up.
Party.
It's good fun. I've done it before a few times.
Yeah,
it's always made it quite entertaining, I think.
That's fishing this idea.
and then Cole and I
split the party. Yeah. So 3 different parties.
Everyone split. like Scooby-Doo.
Different narratives at once.
So
it's like an Inception.
Drago, Bob, and Ander are going to put themselves up for arrest.
Yeah,
and Babatunde, who was recognised by the other Denerim guards as being accompanying the Grey Wardens, is going to be the one that takes him in.
But I think
I would probably switch Babatunde for one of the others.
Well, they didn't fully suspect. It was only through conversation, and I know what to say now, so it's all good.
Yeah, but they're gonna have extra. They're gonna have keep an eye on you anyway, aren't they? Because they are still suspicious.
Yes, I know I am from Ferelden now, so that's good.
Well,
and we go let Carl do the talking, Babatunde. And if Sean tries to not be seen,
and you just stand there and Babatunde, you just stand there and look pretty, and
get a second camera.
Say
nothing. What seemed like a stellar plan, all of a sudden, it sounds like it's
I think it would work. I think we could break out pretty quick.
I think we can break up pretty quick and make our way back up and rendezvous at a certain place. Something obvious that pokes out. Something that sticks up out along the skyline. Close to the entrance.
Okay. Sorry if I'm asking stupid question. So after we save Queen, what happens after that? Like, do we try and get her out and back to encampment, or do we try and
Try and get into the castle. Try and get into the castle.
Okay.
Go into landsmeet. Show them that we got the Queen safe and sound, and then that will outrun Logain out of the throne.
Okay, but don't you think that Logan would try and at least put some resistance? So we are going straight into fight of how many people we have into the whole civilization, pretty much.
Well, that's where the sewer knowledge comes in.
I'm gonna give you some information that Shawnee will know. Right? So he was employed as Brendan Howe's entertainer. Right? And Anora was in the dungeons under Brendan Howe's house. But that may not necessarily be the only set of dungeons in Denerim.
Oh, now with that information, that's completely different.
Whereabouts is his house then? How close to the outskirts is his house then, Johnny boy?
Indeed, I don't know. Almost right in the centre of the city.
Right. Well, we can't just go through the streets. We'll be goners. We can't just fight our way through. We've got to find an alternative entrance and work our way in. You know, like from rather than just going from street to street until we're bleeding knackered, all of us, not just me, and then having to run away because we can't do anything else. You know what I mean?
A head sort of points in the sticks his head in the door between the two curtains. So comes up.
Hello.
And it's just kind of like, right, hey, look, right, if you're going to walk in the gates, you can walk in the gates. Just don't show any signs that you want to start a war. This is diplomatic.
So, what you're saying is it's still open gate policy then?
We have it on, well, according to the other Earls, including Howe, right, the Grey Wardens would not be arrested on sight. You could try it if you wish.
Oh.
But
well, in that case, I reckon we should just walk straight in then.
Walk in.
There it goes. Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah.
And you know, as soon as it goes, starts to go south, then you know, we make for the sewers.
Yeah, that sounds fine. Oh, as easy as that.
Right. Sorry.
well, in all fairness, it doesn't take you guys long to get into trouble anyway. So,
right, and what do you think of that plan?
Bits easy walking, and that takes a lot of stress off us. But with the new information of Sean telling us it's slave trader's house underneath, that's the problem that we need to get without being seen. So that might be a nighttime trip.
Ooh, I like that.
Aye.
Unless the Earls can stop, we can ask the Earls to stall Earl Howe as long as possible.
Oh, distract him. Distract him. Invite him to like a dinner or something.
Something like that, yes.
A diplomatic dinner.
Here, Earls, get in here, nah!
Let's be diplomatic.
Hello? Oh, you want to talk to us now? Good. Which one of you has been voted Warden Commander? I'm giddy with excitement.
It seems that I've been voted to be the head honcho.
Ah, wise choice. Yes, if it's between you, the big lad, and him, I would have chosen you too.
Glad to hear that you
What is
voted.
this? What the fuck is this guy?
I mean,
He couldn't be brown nosing even further if he tried.
Just shock in the room. Who's this guy?
Well, that's Tegan. Oh, Tegan. She was the very excitable one.
yes, he
Eamon
was the
the
flamboyant
fairly
one.
normal one.
And then Gordon as Gordon. So we came up to a plan
Go ahead.
that might ask a favor for you, all three of you.
Ooh, got me intrigued.
I know you might not like the guy, but how we need him to be distracted so we can get inside his house and free Anora. So if you can go do like a L's dinner or meeting.
He likes to be entertained. He easily distracted when there's a few songs that used to play for him specifically that would always get his attention, and it was one that always make him laugh as well. So there might be. So he is an easily distracted character.
Abigail's sitting in the corner of the tent, just quietly at this point, while the earls and you are sort of chatting. She goes, "There's one thing that keeps him really entertained, and that's the use of his slave girl, Carmen."
Carmen.
Oh, that slut! Fucking very true statement that I seen him escape from a few gatherings.
I don't think slut's a fair word, as she
He's a poor slave. He's being used and abused.
So will you fucking
She's a
slut?
slut.
Yeah, absolute trollop.
Trust me, she knows she is a slut. Absolute slut.
He got used and abused, the slave. If she doesn't do what the Earl says, she gets slaughtered.
They treated more than the training dummies.
What's the slave girl's name again?
Carmen.
She got
Same
Carmen.
one from the letter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Her name be Carmen. And trust me, she'd be Carmen for more.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, no.
Nice.
I'll go. Do you know this letter? If you know this Carmen girl, we found this letter from sadly, one of the bodies we found.
Who was getting the letter?
Stefan hasn't watched any of the episodes, so it's a purchase receipt for Carmen.
Yeah.
It's her slave.
Oh yeah.
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 That's why you keep notes.
Yeah, and that's what.
That's in the notes. I just didn't think.
Should read over my notes that I took.
Let's
from
do a quick
previous-
search.
Got too many notes.
Yeah. I can imagine.
So you're in possession of the slave receipt for Carmen.
Yeah.
So it was.
And Brenda's house name is not on the receipt.
Was it because it was being smudged off, or someone bought it for him?
No, the person who was dead with it in his hand was the rightful owner, effectively, which is why he had the receipt.
So someone else bought it, and now Hal took it.
No.
Now we need to save him. And Queen Anora.
I'm gonna do this. In hearing Mr. O'Shea's all that slut Abigail just walks over and just
Is he around?
Understandable.
Well,
So that's Brendan Howe's
he went really
weakness.
high then.
Oh,
Oh, they clattered me around the face.
Always what you comment. There's no filter, so of course you got to offend. Poor
What do you
Abigail
mean
got
there be no
offended.
filters? They got the slut.
You're gonna get slapped up again.
Where I be from? If they constantly get to the poking between the legs, doesn't matter how many times a day or night they get doing it, they're a fucking slut.
well, I think it's different if they're in chains, mate. Well, there's an argument like
One
that.
of them, what they call them, the ones the BDSM.
Is
Should
it
be doing that kind of fucked up shit.
a masochist?
Look at the receipt that I got. This is a
The
poor
only
slave.
moaning, the only moaning she be doing in that is from the penetration. She don't be moaning saying leave me the fuck alone.
Well, maybe
It's
there's some questions you can ask her when you bump into her. But I thought you knew her anyway.
I'm just going by what I heard when I was there.
Right. Well, that'll be from this lady.
If she genuinely in the trouble, then we go. She need the help. Then she need the help. But that's not the impression I got.
I would assume that if she's in chains, then she needs help. And again, unless she's.
But then we go
in
to
chains
help her then.
voluntarily.
Then we go to help her then.
I say we make haste.
Yep, I think we should before
Right.
Shawnee here gets killed by getting slapped by Abigail with his comments.
No, we should do that. Although I think there should be some sort of ritual to usher in the new Warden commander in front of all the troops, just so it's politically known that Amanda is the new Warden.
You're actually gonna
Just light some incense and like, oh yeah. Start dancing around him.
It's up to us. It's-
Oh.
we tell it how it is. You know what it's like. So I'd like to call all the 3,000 warriors to attention, and I guess I'll be the MC on this one then. And yeah, they all line up, and I say, and is the new Warden commander of the Grey Wardens. Long may he live. Hail!
Oh.
That's what I was hoping for. Wicked. Yeah, yeah.
Are you doing this in the tent, or are you doing it?
Oh, no,
he said
I
he's
kind
gonna
of
do it
fast
with-
tracked it a little bit.
The whole army.
I just called forward the whole 3,000 warriors to kind of.
You do realise, Gold, if anyone's watching or if there's any sort of spies, Anna's now a prime target.
Well, that's kind of the intention, actually. We want them to take us seriously, so I think a Warden commander is essential. But yeah, I did fast track that, so stop me if I went too far.
No, you didn't.
No, it's fine.
Cool.
Hail.
Hail!
Hail!
Only three of like the thousands are saying hail.
Yeah.
Hail! Hail! I have no idea what they're doing.
2,997 more times, please.
Now I know how Bob feels when he got the awesome odd chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't let it get to your head.
Don't
That's
worry,
right.
I won't.
Remember who's king. Oh, I don't know what happened to my voice.
Let's do what we be doing now then.
Hilltime 3000.
Yes.
Yes. Love it.
I hail you 3,000.
What we doing?
Right, I say we make our way down. What say you, Anna?
That sounds like a plan, but I haven't heard from the elves that they'll do it. Doing the plan. Distract.
They bloody do as they're told, mate.
Well, I mean, we went from being in the room talking about the plan to gathering 3,000 warriors to hail you. So when you go back to continue talking about the plan.
No, they're outside and they're like with us anyway. And
Hopefully
we're just going to tell them what they're doing.
Yeah, getting us to distract How are you sneaking to his house and rescue Queen Anora?
Carmen.
Anora, genius, absolute genius. Must have come for that big old cranium of yours.
Appreciate it.
No, not you. Oh, yes, you. Warden Commander.
Is that the salute?
Is that
What's the salute? I missed it.
Well, we just
Hail! Hail!
I don't know. Look at you.
Was it licking the elbow?
You're so ugly.
Hail!
From the ridiculous yes.
Oh, that's brilliant. Love it.
It looks like he'd been sniffing his armpit.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Brilliant.
Such a great salute.
I thought you dabbed. I thought that's what you did.
Yeah.
Hail my G. Hey.
I like it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yes,
Adam my geezer.
just tell us when and what and who and why,
Right.
and we'll make sure we are in the correct place for the finding of How and the distraction.
Oh, that stinks.
Hopefully, in the afternoon when there's not a lot of people about outside.
Not a lot of people about outside. Denerim's one of the busiest cities in the country. Never going to be free of people in there. The marketplace is bustling.
Even in the afternoon?
Yes, even in the afternoon when people go shopping. Yes.
Yeah, right. Down the plan quickly, Anna, and then we're gonna head down there, get in there, because there's not a moment to lose.
I know.
Right, is that clear, is it? Els? Right, you got that, have you?
Just tell us when. We need to know when.
Right.
Not even nighttime or dinner time, so we can go in. When no one can see us.
I can tell the time on a clock. So when?
What's the time now then?
3 o'clock.
Right, well, do it for 5. 6. Do it for 6.
6 o'clock.
Do it for
6 o'clock when it's tea dinner time.
Gives us a chance for short rest first.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yes.
Okay. You taking the short rest of the camp or you going in?
Short rest in the camp, definitely. Well,
Aye, agreed.
Okay, 4 o'clock.
Cool. Let's try and make our way in.
I got the rear.
Of course you do. As I'll be in front.
I'll go behind and.
Who's at the front?
It's okay. I'm here too. It's fine.
Me.
I'll go behind Cole then.
We can walk next to each other, though.
No, there must be an order of
everywhere.
march. There must be an order of march, single file.
As you sort of walk the 500 meters from the edge of the camp
I would walk 500 meters.
and heading towards the main gates of Denerim, they all sort of wave you off and see you in a couple of hours.
That voice, it's just
Of course.
so like
Thanks for the
untrustworthy.
assist.
But he's not done anything to be untrustworthy since the beginning.
It's just a voice. It's just a voice.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I love it. One of my favourites.
So as you start to walk up either side of this the huge wooden stake gate, as it stands open, two Denerim guards just standing there, sort of resting their hands on top of these huge greatswords, full body armor.
I thought that was doing it in between the dance, then not one that goes like that.
Are they doing that dance? No, are they? Is the doors open?
Yes.
Oh, the doors open. They're open, so we can just walk in.
You sort of catch out your peripherals that the guard sort of just watch as you walk in.
Good afternoon.
Evening.
Just play pleasantries.
Tip the cap.
As soon as you turn to talk to them, the heads just go back.
Oh, bloody rude.
But as you sort of walk through the main bit, there are sort of houses built into the city walls. Even as you walk in, just doors in brickwork, staircases almost leading everywhere, leading to more doors built into all the stonework around the city.
It's weird. Yeah.
The city walls are huge, like 70, 80 feet high, built with huge stones.
Do you know what? That's what I just imagined anyway. I just imagined them to be massive.
And yeah, these huge stones down the bottom of the wall, these massive boulders as the main foundation of this. But yeah, I mean, as you sort of look around the walls, you can see that doors are sort of built into the brickwork, and there are ladders leading up to more doors, small wooden shacks built on top of more wooden shacks with ladders leading to more and more doors.
Savage.
Almost shanty-esque.
Oh, I'd hate to be drunk going home. Having to climb up to the top. Oh no.
But this is sort of like the main living quarters of the Denerim, the Denerim locals. But following the main road in, you now stand and you look across, and there is a huge cobblestone city centre, market stalls scattered everywhere, people marching all around. There's taverns. You see the main chantry standing there in all of its glory, a massive clock, maybe 10 feet in diameter on the front of this chantry. The chantry spire reaching 60 feet into the air.
How do the people look? Like, what's the general morale like?
There is a huge mix of class in Denerim, from those wearing rags with stitched patch knee covers, to middle class working, to upper class with the sort of like the froofy shoulders.
So it's just like a normal city then. They're still going about their daily business.
They are carrying on as normal, yeah. But it appears, as you sort of look around and see all the people, it appears that almost every street corner and every corner that leads round, there is some sort of guard.
Oh, right, yeah.
Am I able to go near the house of Hal to look through the window?
So the house of Hal is still a fair lump away from where you are.
How would you, just hypothetically, how far is he in the house from the chantry?
So I mean, yeah, you're talking. This city is huge, right?
Yeah.
There's hundreds of meters between like the main areas. So
would you say more than 500?
If I was to say that the main cobblestone centre where you are, there's like a fountain in all of the marketplace, that probably is about 100 meters across.
This isn't the center. This is just like
This is just
open space
just
near
the marketplace.
the outskirts. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's what I imagined.
So I mean, you've got the Chantry just off of the marketplace, taverns, restaurants, all sorts of like other different places, blacksmiths, all scattered around this.
Yeah.
What you would call the mall, the shopping area.
Yeah. But I just want to go now. From where I am, how far is it to the House of How?
Which way do we need to go? Is there any signs?
Well, our best navigator is Shawnee.
He's asleep though.
Oh shit! I know.
Wakey, hands up, Sneaky.
I'm on. Well, people decide what to do.
So you're a navigator to old House of How, as I.
Which way? No, where are we going?
I want to go see where the House of How is, so I can look inside.
I know.
And then move as far as 500 feet away.
I'm talking to Johnny. Which way do we go?
Bob, yes.
Which way do we go from here, mate?
Well, see, I only more familiar from inside the house. So, I mean, I could go invisible and go in and have a look there, but
no, we're not near the house. We're not anywhere near the house yet. We're just trying to make our way to the house. Do you not know the city? I thought you stayed here for bleeding 14 months.
Yes, he does know where it is. You go down there, turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left, and then there's this beautiful sort of Tudorian looking house.
Okay, that's not where it is. That takes you somewhere. You would go down there, you do left, you go left again, then you go right, then straight on, then you do another right. Okay, then you go straight on and then a left there. There's a bridge. The bridge ain't there anymore, but fuck it, you go over it anyway. And then you end up in there, and it's a nice, beautiful house.
Nicely Evans reference there.
Right, go on then. Let's go.
So, I mean, you walk for about 12 minutes.
Oh.
And as you sort of step out and go round the corner, you then see this huge sort of like 2-story building. The outside walls, all beautiful cream with wooden rafters, wooden joists, statues all the way around it. Huge double oak door standing in front, windows all around, massive pitch roof, 2 chimney stacks on top. And I'll give you both chimney stacks are smoking.
Is that? Would you say this is the place then? Johnny!
What?
Is this the place?
It comes in the place, and then back you bring you down here to tell you it wasn't the place.
Right. Well, what we're going to do now? What was the plan? I've forgotten already.
I was going to go try and look inside.
We got the options here. You can somehow get inside. I can go invisible, or Andy can go in there if he likes. But what we need to do is there's a passage inside the house that takes you down into the dungeons. That's where ultimately we need to be going. But the problem is I don't know if there's anyone in there to guard in the place.
Well, I reckon you go invisible and have a look and see what you can see.
I need to go as well to just look inside.
Can you make more than one person invisible, Shawnee?
I think. Actually, I can.
Well, I can make.
11. Yeah.
I can make 2 people invisible as well, so we can send down a party of 4 down there invisible if we wanted to.
And we could try that if you like. Okay, so if you want to do the party at 4, who's coming in with me then?
What time is it?
I'll ask for.
Fuck. So we said 6 o'clock to the elves, didn't we? To take him out for a lunch.
4:15. Okay.
Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to hang around here and just scout the place out? In the meantime,
It took you 15 minutes to walk into the city and 15 minutes to find Hal's house.
So is there like a coffee shop opposite? We could sit there.
Always
and-
go,
Nice vodka.
No, this
go back to Sanctuary.
all the restaurants and everything were all in the market area that I pointed out earlier. This is,
What's
this is all-
opposite?
this is all domestic. This is just houses.
Is there any burnt out houses?
it
or
only
anything
took
that we
15
can-
minutes. Why don't we just take 15 minutes walk back?
Well,
and
no,
just
the
hang
whole-
around
The whole
until it's a
point
bit-
is to scope the area out from
Yeah.
without looking suspicious. So if there's any like burnt out houses or abandoned buildings or anything where we could get eyes on and watch him leave at 6 o'clock, then that
So
would be
the-
ideal.
I'll give you the description. So where you are, you have got Brendan Howe's house,
Yep.
right, which stands glorious. Next to it, you've got the main keep of the city,
Right.
right? So that's where you'll be having the landsmeet. That's where the meeting will take place. That's where Loghain will be situated. That's where the main soldiers will be staying. That's where all the earls of the guests of Loghain would be.
All the main people. Yeah.
would all be in the main keep.
Yeah.
The area itself that you're in now, compared to the area that you saw when you first walked in, this is all beautiful, well-built houses.
Is there any alleyways opposite or anywhere?
You basically walked through a couple of alleyways to get there. It's not like main road. It's all like ducking and diving between houses.
So we could easily sort of just hang around outside and without looking suspicious.
It's not as busy as the main centre was. There are people around, but it's definitely sticking out like a sore thumb.
Not really. If we go into an alleyway, right, I can do some. I'm gonna go cast Lehman's Tiny Hut.
So if you go into an alleyway and cast Lehman's Tiny Hut, which is 15 foot, right? Yeah, you would fill an alleyway. If anybody tries to walk down that alleyway, they will bang their nose against
10 foot.
a tiny hut or 10 foot. Still fill the alleyway. These alleyways are like 6 to 8 feet wide.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that. Yeah. Shame.
Yeah, is there has anyone spotted a sort of recreational area, or maybe a city park or anything? A nice green
I
area.
did see
that
some
would be-
swings back there, actually.
Ooh.
You would,
So,
this ain't no
roundabout.
sandbox, right? This city's been created. You see a kid sort of running down the cobblestone street with a stick and a hoop. Just
Oh no, they have to resort to that.
so
Oh, breaks me up. Well, 6 o'clock is when the elves. They're just
For
gonna-
dinner.
They're gonna invite him out for dinner. Now it's up to him whether he goes or not.
yeah, so I've got to be really convincing to myself.
Yeah. So
Do I think that Gordon, Eamon, and Tegan are going to be good enough to get him out of his house? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Do I?
I think Tegan will be because he's so dramatic,
if I
so
don't,
charismatic.
there's a bleeding gallows for him. There we are.
That's a bit dark.
Oh no, I'm only joking. Right. Well, I say we leave old Johnny boys, go out.
we go back, find ourselves a nice coffee shop or something like that, and when he sees a bit of it, he comes back and gets us. You order, listen, mate. It's a noble task, and you know, you'll be held in high regard within the Grey Wardens, and you never know, you might be a Grey Warden one day yourself. But this is just the first of many, and
you're not leaving me here on my own.
You'll be all right.
You'll be on your own.
I'll stay with you then.
I don't mind who the fuck stays with me. I'm not saying he's scoping this place out all by myself.
Do we have like a hardy spot for me without looking suspicious?
No, I already asked, and there's like nothing apart from an alleyway. So
there's a couple of alleyways, but the alleyways are like 8 feet wide, and they're the main walkways through the town.
Yeah, so for an hour and a half, somebody to stand up. Oh, I got a great idea. Hey, you earn yourself a bit of coin and all, Shawnee. Why don't you do a bit of busking, lad?
Do some what?
Do a bit of busking. You could earn a bit of coin on the side, and keep an eye on old Harold's house at the same time.
But the bit of basking would be for me to do as an entertainer. I could do that.
All right. Yeah, I'd quite enjoy to watch one or two before I leave. As well, I'll cheer you on, give you a couple of coppers.
You can stop taking the piss there, Bob.
I'm not taking the bleeding piss. It's a good idea, and I think it's a good way for you to. I mean, it might draw attention, but
I live long enough to know when there's somebody be taking the piss out of me, Bob. And you've been taking the piss out of me.
I think it's a good idea out of character. It's a good way to. Is like hidden in plain view.
Yeah, but the thing is, they know me because I was hired. So they're going to want to know what they do, what the hell I'm doing hanging around.
Oh yeah, you can't draw attention to yourself.
Can I like put my horny helmet on you just to give you a bit of cover, so they don't recognise your face?
Yeah.
Well, no, because they know my set list. They know my songs.
Yeah, and you got a disguise kit, and you can make some new material up on the spot.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please indulge me while I sing you my new greatest hit, Bob the white bearded cunt.
Well,
I like that one.
I thought you were going to go for Bob the Builder, personally.
No, I'm not actually calling you a cunt. I'm just saying that's what you're expecting of me. You want me to just make it up as I go along?
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, well, go on. You know, when push comes to shove.
Welcome back to the team.
Yeah. Come on, freestyle rap. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, you know you can do it.
Yeah.
I'll drop
We've been doing the rapping. What the fuck is the rapping?
What kind of music do you do?
It's just a front, so you keep an eye on old Harold's place, and then when he goes, you can come back. We're only 15 minutes down the road, and then we can get back and we can get in that dungeon, get old Queen Anora. It's a small sacrifice, you know, but a small sacrifice for the greater good, and you'd be doing, you'd be doing everyone a bit of a solid, really.
And this way, you just chatting with the guy who go to dinner.
Oh no, hang on.
It's 4:50 now.
Do it.
Right, so what do you say? Go on, Johnny, be a team player.
Well, I do it for the greater good.
That's the spirit, lad.
But you could throw me 10 gold coin while you have it.
I'll make a night. Oh, well, I was going to give you a knighthood. But if it wanted to go to the 10 gold,
so surely O'Shea kind of has a nice ring to it.
That's too many S's for me.
Yeah.
Your initials would literally say S.
Yeah, I'll give it. If it's
No,
10 gold,
but it wouldn't be, you see, because it'd be like the SO. If there's an SOS, you'd be looking no further than Shawnee O'Shea. But what's better than Sir Shawnee O'Shea? They'd be more welcoming to know it'd be from somebody who's got a knighthood.
I give Shawnee 10 gold just to
Sharp.
Thank you very much.
no, just to get him.
Just make him start.
Yeah, like just to get him fully invested in the idea.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be a song. It could just be an interpretive dance or even a mime artist or something like that. Some sort of performance doesn't necessarily
I won't be
mean
doing
lyrics.
that. I won't be doing that fucking river dance shit. In case you'd be stereotyping me.
I mean, you'd
Nah,
be
do
the
ya?
only one stereotyping, mate.
What's your instrument?
I'd
Violin.
They'd be thinking I'm the worst entertainer that's Irish since Bono. But there's nobody ever worse there ever been than Bono.
That's true. Wait. Right. Is that the plan?
Yeah,
isn't he
I
rapping?
think Shawnee's going to go give us a little performance. Or we not look suspicious, crowding.
It draw attention to us, I think. Do you think? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, we'll probably all just head off while he's doing his thing for a while. And kind of.
Going get coffees and
Go to the college.
Yeah.
laugh
I mean, remind me, what's the purpose of this again? I've forgotten.
It's so
To scout the area and
Oh,
see
yeah.
if
Yeah, sorry.
see
All right,
when what's his name? Earl Howe.
Howe.
leaves. Yeah. That's the idea. So then as soon as he leaves, we can get in there and get down into the dungeon. If the Earls stick to the plan, which we told them to. If they don't, they're going in the bleeding gallows.
We're not going to do anything if you're going to keep on threatening him, Bob.
Oh, yeah. Well, we shouldn't roll with an iron fist, should I?
No, because someone will somehow get their payback.
Aye. So that's the plan.
Yes.
And I think it was a pretty good one.
So you're leaving Shawnee to busk and keep an eye on the front door.
Yeah.
But we're not going to leave him.
And you're going back to sit in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm going to keep in safe distance to keep an eye on Shawnee. So if it does, come to trouble.
So if that's what you're going to do, I'll give you more of a sort of a better view of what you're looking at. So there are 3 alleyways that lead out of this area and take you off into the rest of the city. The alleyway that you came off that leads down into the marketplace. The other 2 alleyways, Sean knows it. One leads off into all of the high-built, stone-built, laddered block flats.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one leads to the sort of like what they consider the warehouse district.
Oh, I've got another idea.
Okay, I won't finish what I'm doing. Go on then.
I'm going to go press digitation myself and put dirt on me. If I got a hood, I'm going to put the hood up on myself. Sit in the alleyway and look like a beggar.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
But keep an eye. So
I was literally just gonna finish off and say you can see on a couple of the corners that there are scruffy looking gentlemen sitting down playing dice in sort of groups of 4. No beggars as such, but yeah, the scruffy looking ones sitting on the floor playing dice.
I'll just be on my own in the alleyway, looking scruffy.
Can I join them playing dice? That's what I'll do. And then the other 2 can head off to a nice coffee shop.
The 3, Drago's still with you.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, Bob, Cole, and Buff can all head off to a nice coffee shop.
But if you want to sit down and actually play a couple of games of dice, you can play a couple of games of dice.
Yeah, just until like 6 o'clock. So a few hours worth of dice.
All right, it's now 5 o'clock.
Anything? Like just observing, like
Well, 10 minutes have passed since while you've been telling me this idea.
Bubberton Days broke.
Bubberton Days leaned his bloody big sword against the wall and sat down and go, right, what are we doing?
How do we play this game?
So I'll get.
I'm just hanging around. I'm just hanging around outside. Just
No, you're busking.
You're busking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Outside busking.
Yeah, keeping an eye on the house.
The mother said that I never should play with the naughty girls in the wood. They're giggling and talk I can never understood. That's why I fell in love with my right hand. And that's why I'm a wanker, and it does me good like a bloody was good. I'm a wanker.
Performance with disadvantage.
What disadvantage?
Double
He said the
disadvantage.
Ranker song.
Wrong part of town. That'd really work in the slums.
Well, I wasn't. I'm actually singing that song for fuck's sake.
Why? You were busking.
Yeah, you did it. You did it.
I don't know what to actually
Stick to it.
Own that shit. Performance with disadvantage. Is it all right?
Oh fuck me.
Maybe later. Are you going to roll, Steph?
I am rolling.
Oh, okay.
I'm having to use D&D Beyond because I told you I can't find two of them to die.
Oh, fair enough. Two of them now. You only lost one.
Yeah, I thought I see. Oh, come on then. What's sake?
While he's rolling, you could Bubberton, you can roll me a skill check. Dice is intelligence. Roll me an intelligence.
Lowest is a 14 out of the two rolls.
Okay.
Oh, the check you say. $18.
Nice. So while Shawnee's singing about a wanker, a couple of the guards sort of move into the area and stand with their hands across their bodies, sort of looking at this weird halfling busker singing about wanking in the posh part of town. One of the guards sort of just gets to over the top of where Bubbertunde is playing dice and just sort of with a little lean and a look over as you're rolling. You've actually managed to make yourself 8 silver while you've been
Yay!
knocking. No, the Bubbertunde.
Yeah, nice.
Oh fucking hell.
Has managed to make the 8 silver. There's not a lot of footfall coming through here for people that are going to hear your music. Mostly the guards and the dice players and kids playing with their hoops and sticks.
Kids, I'm a wanker.
Well, I just want to point out what did I give you as a description of what was happening?
Yeah.
There's a kid playing with his hoop and stick.
Yeah.
So, but there's not a lot of footfall. These are people that are pretty much they walk and go straight in their front doors. The only front doors that you've really got in view from where you are the main keep and Brendan House. So although I've rolled to see what Shawnee's is doing as a distraction, but it's now say 5:30, right? Bob and Ander and Drago are all thoroughly enjoying their their cup of coffee.
I was.
Oh no, you're still there. Drago and Bob and Cole are thoroughly enjoying their cup of Joe that they've managed to find in the market area. So that'll cost them 1 silver each when they get to it.
Yes.
While they're drinking. I mean, it's thick, it's strong. I mean, if you poured this down the drain, you'd be worried about what the dead would be doing, possibly waking up. But it's about 5:30, and Babatunde and Shawnee, if you'll roll me a perception check.
Perception and +1. A 4.
Babatunde is well involved in his dice.
14.
Almost addicted.
I'll roll you 14.
It's catchy.
I don't know if Stefan's rolling or whether he heard me. Did you hear me, Steph? Something's happened to Steph. Can you hear me? Blink twice.
Hello.
I can now. It's automatically changed my fucking settings. And yeah, what? Sorry, what did you say?
I asked you to roll me a perception.
Oh, okay. 8, 9, 10, 11 with modifier.
Okay, so the 14 does it for Ander. So Ander sort of sitting down, being a beggar. He sees the 3 elves walk up to the door and knock. As the door opens, the 3 elves walk inside. Almost, or whoever it was, with the 14, can't see who opened the door, but they step in almost as if they're greeting an old friend.
Are they going in?
About 15 minutes pass, and you see Earl Gordon, Earl Tegan, and another man that you have never seen before leave. But you do not see Earl Eamon leave.
Eamon?
What the fuck is that idiot doing? So Eamon went in. So the man. Oh, it's not me, is it?
Eamon went in. Eamon didn't come out.
Yes.
So what are we thinking?
When I seen that, I'm gonna. What level is it? Oh. That's terrible. I can't. I remember I got sending. I'm trying to think of what level it was. That's weird. They took it off.
Who took it off?
D&D Beyond took sending off me.
Okay.
James snuck onto Ray's laptop and took it.
Wipe.
Character level 0.
Damn. So I'll try and cast sending to Earl Eamon.
Okay. You know him, you've spoken to him, so you recognize him, so you can, yeah.
So I'll cast it saying, try and whisper so no one can. To make it look like I'm, crazy for people looking. And trying to talk to Eamon. Eamon, it's Ander. Are you alright? Safe?
James.
Yeah, safe. Any updates? You can reply to this message.
Okay. You sort of get back I'm fine. See you soon. Good luck. I take it this is Ander.
I did say Mrs. Ander first.
Yes, it's fine. Be seeing you soon.
But so he's gone to. I think you've gone to the dungeon. It ain't.
That is an assumption.
Yeah, his assumption. I'll wait until the others get back. There's no time. Is Shawnee still?
Yeah, he's still plugging away.
Plumbing away, saying I'm a wanker.
Who's looked at me bloody coon since then?
He's moved on to my old man.
Oh no!
He's moved on to my old man's Dustman.
No, I haven't. That was the third song I did. We're like song 6 now. The boy stood on the burning deck, picking his nose like mad. He rolled it in a little ball and flicked it at his dad. Boy stood on the burning deck, he asked her sister Annie. He threw her up into the air and caught her by a fanny.
Oh no!
Damn.
Heavens above.
In the poshest part of Denham, the most muddiest songs. Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
that's
what are you
brilliant.
doing? What are you doing now?
I'll wait until the party comes.
But we don't know. We're waiting.
Yeah, you're waiting. You're checking the
Going
time.
for a second cut.
Are you going to come at the time, or are you going to what you do?
We were going to wait for word. Well, I was anyway.
Right, so he cast send in and spoke to the room.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, right. So yeah, we come running.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't. When they do come, I haven't seen. Eamon.
Hold on.
Okay.
Chill your beans. During the 10 minutes that it takes them to sort of get from the marketplace back to where Brendan Howe is, you see the door open and a man wearing a blue cloak, looks like he's holding something, exits the door and skulks off speedily.
What, everybody sees this?
Only the ones that, well, Ander, because he was the only one that rolled off.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Perception roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Blue hood and got something in his hand.
Or we go in the house, I suppose.
It takes them about 10 minutes to get there, but Bob, Cole, and Drago all arrive.
What's the report, guys? Are we going in?
Oh, I saw both Earls, Gordon and Tegan, with another guy that I haven't met before, come out. Haven't seen Eamon. And then I saw some mysterious guy in a blue hood holding something, walking the opposite bay. So I'm hoping Eamon is still inside.
Well, how about? Oh no, that's Mr. Pearson's voice. Sorry.
Yeah.
How about I rage?
Bloody kids. Okay. Why don't you four then go inside with your magical invisible power, and I go after man with the holding item.
You sure you want to go do that, Babatunde?
Let the party.
Yes, split the party. Yes, well, you can only do. You can only do 4 invisible at a time, so otherwise I just wait here and do nothing, you know. So I might as well go after them. And if I lose track, I just come back, you know. No harm done.
This is party time.
Which direction he go? I'll just go anyway. Which way did he go?
Which way did
He
go?
went.
Warehouse district.
Yeah, so left.
Okay, I'm gonna go that way. All right, see you folks in about 5 minutes or so.
Be
Start
safe.
wandering off. Thank you.
I'll go with him for backup. Oh wait, no, I'll stay with the casters.
Yes, I think I stay now too. No, I'll go. I'll hang back, and if I see any sign of danger, I'll just come back.
Probably wise.
Yep.
Well, because I laughed. Is that what it was?
No,
You
I
don't trust me at all, do you?
was just thinking that they're all sort of soft casters, but then Cole's got 104 hit points, so and Anna's 98, and
And
Sean's
wherever
99.
Drago's 150.
Oh fuck yeah, I forgot about Drago. Yeah, I'll go with Babatunde.
All right.
Cool.
Alrighty, well, I guess we're going invisible and going inside whilst you
Yeah.
guys hunt after the blue cloak person. All right. Well,
I love this. Okay,
Ah.
so sure. Okay, so who's going invisible?
I'll go invisible and I'll invisible Anda with the help of the old timer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
And then
I'll
Shawnee
go
and
invisible.
Shawnee and Drago. Yeah. Okay.
Where's Drago coming in with this then?
Yeah.
All right.
Because Babatunde and Bob are going to
So
go.
basically, squishy casters need a bit of muscle, so you got Drago.
Yes.
So
Okay.
as the, how are you doing it?
I'll go first.
So what, you're walking up to this door.
I'm gonna go up to the door and I'm gonna open it.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a beautiful double oak door. Yeah. So you're gonna open it and walk in. Yeah.
I'm gonna open it and walk in.
Left hand side, right hand side.
Right hand side.
Okay. As you open the door, you don't see anything directly in front of you, but roll us a perception.
Just Cole.
Oh, Cole's the only one that's got in the door so far. He was the one that said he was going first.
Perception is 1. It's 10.
You're entering into what looks like just an entrance hall. There are bookcases on the walls. There is a small desk. There is a pile of books next to the small desk and a chair. That's all you see as you step into the front hall.
I'll be probably following Cole in the suit. As he, if we're still invisible.
You're still invisible. Nothing's happened.
Yeah. So I'll follow suit.
Fine. I will do Drago the last then. As Drago walks in and turns to shut the door behind him, standing either side of the door, which has just magically blown its way open and shut again behind itself, our 2 guards. And that is where we will start next time.
Oh shit.
Who would have thought?
God, they're hard work sometimes, but you got to love them. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you very much. And until next time, take care.